Good evening, YouTubers. Tsquare with Tsquare Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. Just felt like going live tonight, trying to get my watch time up because I waited till the last day of the month to try to boost it up. And here we are now on 11:30 at 7 o'clock at night, and essentially I'm trying to get my watch time up. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go live, and anybody that wants to ask me questions, keep an eye on silver markets. I would be sitting here anyway right now, and I figured, hey, why not just go live and take questions? If anybody has any questions, ideas, anything, and just see who all shows up. But most people don't even know that I would go live right now because I normally would not go live unless we had an event. And so here I am. I see we got Conrad in the house right off the bat. How's it going, Conrad? Dawn, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night, Dawn. Christian, hope you're having a great night. What is up? Let's see who else. Golden Nugs, what is up? Hope you're having a great night. $57.51. Yes, that definitely caught my eye too. So yeah, spot price is slowly working up. Silver's booming. We said that we thought it would probably continue. It takes a little bit for them to try to beat it down. I don't think they'll be able to beat it down tonight. Who knows what will happen when people go into work tomorrow? We'll see. Also, I figured I'd go live. If anybody would like to become a member, you can become a member. It's only $1.99 to become a member. No obligation. If people want to, we can. We do have our December event coming up, and I'm actually thinking about doing some extra stuff for that one. Let's see here. Reading through the comments real quick. Just opened up my iPad. Awesome. And boom, there I was. Let's see. Booming like Chick-fil-A during lunchtime. Yes, it is definitely pumped. Just got back from deer hunting. Silver be popping like your blood sugar levels after a piece of cheesecake. Yup, and I actually had another piece of cheesecake today, although I shouldn't be. But we'll see how it goes. I was just going to check silver, and now you don't have to. Now you know. We're on the way to $60 pretty soon. There was a couple people that said we would see $60 by Wednesday. Should be fun to see silver form a new floor. Yes, it does appear that way. I don't think we're going to see any amazing deals anytime soon. I think we're going to push higher, and then we will see a pullback at some point, but it won't be a pullback under 50. It might go up and then come right back down a little bit. We'll see. It's definitely got momentum behind it. A lot of rumors, a lot of ETFs. Sounds like a lot of ETFs sold their positions from what I've heard and seen over the week. It don't mean that they sold their positions. I shouldn't say that because someone's going to be like, all the ETFs sold. That's not what I'm saying. It seems like a couple of big players relieved themselves of their short positions on silver on Thursday night, and they picked that time because they knew most people probably wouldn't be online. What is up, ZZY? How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. Far out. Yeah, we're just sitting here chit-chatting tonight. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask. If anybody's got any thoughts, they can type it in the comments. It'll give us something to talk about. Like I said, I am just on here right now because I've got to get my watch time up. I'd like to get some new subscribers. I'd like to maybe get a couple new members. All appreciated. See what happens. Just kind of playing it out. It is Sunday night, and it's kind of weird to not have a actual video planned out, but I've seen some crazy YouTube stuff lately. I watched one channel. I was just flipping through, and this time of the night, people get on these live streams, and I mean, some of these live streams are nothing really. I mean, I watched one live stream the other night, and it was just some girl just sitting there sleeping. She was literally sleeping. The camera was looking at her, and she was just literally just sleeping. And I was like, darn, she got 400 people watching her just sleep. I was like, is she alive? What's going on? And someone's like, oh, she's asleep right now. And I was like, and we're all just watching her sleep? It's funny how YouTube is. So I just figured maybe we could get some talk a little bit about what's going on. We got silver at $56.95 right this minute. Answering some comments, some questions. Not really any form video today for this one. I just finished making tomorrow morning's video. Actually had a bunch of questions about a coin show in Washington State where essentially they just weren't buying any gold. 2 people are offered to buy and 5% under spot. Well, 5% under spot on gold is a few $100, really. 200 and... what, 200 and I don't know what gold's at, 210 maybe, essentially $210. So I think that would be about right. Yeah, 5%. Yeah, yep. So let's see here. Chinese girl sleeping outside, insane. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, there's some insane channels out there that people watch. So I was like, maybe I can gain a couple subscribers. So if you're watching this, please hit that subscribe button. Help me out. We're trying to grow the channel. Let's see. This is early for you. Cool. I just got done with Salivate Metals live stream. Awesome. Yeah, he's got a great channel. I used to watch him a lot. I haven't seen him in a while. You know, when you watch channels, eventually it seems like they just come off your feed. I don't know why. I don't know how that happens. You just all of a sudden don't see him pop up anymore for a while. Crypto is on the move down. Yeah, when I looked at it earlier, when I filmed the video, we were at 89 on Bitcoin. We're now, oh yeah, it's down 4%. We're now at 87. People are going to watch that video tomorrow morning and it'll be at like 82 and they'll be like, you said it was at 89. It's at 82,000. And they're going to be like, what the heck? Yeah, I made a little joke about that earlier on my video for tomorrow morning about Bitcoin being done. But let's see. So yeah, I don't think Bitcoin's done. I just think we're gonna see some volatility. There's a lot going on right now, and I would rather hold solid assets, gold, silver. I'll be honest, even platinum, palladium, copper, nickel, anything that's an asset. What I don't want is crypto, electronic, thin air assets. What is up, P. Low? How's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. I'm trying to boost up my watch time, try to get some new members of the channel. So I figured I'm not doing anything. I figured I'd jump on here, go live for a little while. Maybe some people will decide to be a member. We got our big December giveaway coming up. And only $1.99, and then after last night we had someone become a member and actually won on his first membership, so that was pretty cool. For $1.99 he got a $75 ounce of silver. Let's see, 1,000 ounces of silver American Eagles. Is it okay for a 5 family members? So that's basically 200 ounces of silver Eagles per member. Hold on one second. We're gonna get to that in just a second. I'm gonna talk about that in just a minute here. Can't Bitcoin hold? Dang, Dreamer Games, everything, folks. Okay, so here's the thing about a set amount. The first thing is silver Eagles are by far popular. Everybody loves silver Eagles. You're paying a little bit of a higher premium on that stuff. Hopefully you got a better deal on it. I can tell you, though, if someone comes right now and they're trying to sell their silver and they have silver Eagles and they have generic, if I have the choice, I'm going to take the silver Eagles over the generic. But if the generic is cheaper than the silver Eagles, I'm going to be like, look, I'm going to give you first option to sell to me at that price. If you turn it down, I'm going to buy his generic silver. So the extra that you pay for the premium is really just a little bit more ease of you selling it. If someone's given the opportunity between a silver Eagle and a generic, they're going to take the Eagle. But if the price is cheaper on the generic, I think we're moving to a time where people are going to take the generic. So watch your premiums. 1,000 ounces, you know, a lot of that depends on people's living, the way they live, their lifestyle. I could tell you I could live on, and how long are you thinking that 1,000 ounces will make a family survive? Keep in mind too, silver prices today versus silver price where they're going. That's going to be a lot of money. I mean, 1,000 ounces of silver right now. I mean, you're talking almost 60 grand. You could. I'm convinced you could easily get $60,000 right now for those silver eagles. So that's the first thing you got to look at. Let's see here. Nice. I watched it this morning and seen my two chances got eliminated back to back. Did they get eliminated back to back? You sure you watched the right one? I didn't think you went back to back, or within a few maybe, but not back to back. That might have drawn my attention, I think. Good evening, T and friends. How's it going? Little Smug Silver Dragon. Hope you're having a great night. John Powell. How's it going? Hope you're having a great night. So back to the 1,000 ounce of silver. You know, the big question is how long do you want that to last too? First of all, I've always told people, hopefully you have a certain amount of food and water on hand. That's going to get you through almost anything. After that, a certain amount of protection. Depends on where you are, will be what you have for protection. I mean, if you're in the United States, a pew-pew will be nice. If you're in Canada, maybe a bow and arrow, a can of mace, I don't know. But some way to protect your family, protect your supplies. And then after that, getting into precious metals, I think is a good thing to be. Now, nothing I say on here is financial advice. I'm playing it out by what the scenarios could happen. Ultimately, I think we're going to continue to see the fiat currencies of the world continue to drop. I think the only way to instill peace if things get out of hand is going to be shut down the power grid, shut down the internet grid, and make food shortages, food restrictions. I think that's a way to, you control the food, you control the people. We got all our pew-pews here in Canada. Yeah, not everybody. I watched one channel out of Canada, and he said they're not really supposed to be having them. But, I mean, I know some people do. And here's the thing. Any kind of pew-pew will probably make a difference if things get ugly. So that's my thoughts on that. So with silver, though, it's just, to me, it just feels inevitable that we're going to keep seeing silver prices slowly climb higher and higher as that happens. Now, please, if you're watching this video, hit that thumbs up button for me. I'm going to go for a little while tonight, I think, just to try to up my watch time. You know, I should have made sure that I actually have it turned on. Hold on one second. Let me just look at something real quick. I'll give you something to look at for a quick minute while I go and check my YouTube numbers real quick. Because if I don't even have it turned on, that ain't going to be good. Because I'm going to be on here for a while. Some of y'all might start seeing a commercial pop up. Gotta hopefully at least make a couple dollars off the commercials. Okay, there we go. Tsquare talking silver. Ask me anything. So you guys can ask. Okay, so there we go. Now we're back on. Now change the camera back. And then jump back here. Okay. Let's see. Next question. A coin dealer told me they're buying a lot, not selling that much. A lot of people are cashing out. Has a lot of good deals on 90% and 40%. So yeah, I mean, that was basically what tomorrow's video was about. A lot of coin dealers, people aren't buying right now. They're not buying at these high prices unless they get a really good deal. However, if the price continues to go up, these places that are buying are just going to wait. They're willing to wait and hold. Some dealers aren't buying at all, though. Some coin dealers are just waiting because they know they can't sell right now. But a lot of it comes down to price. I mean, if you're selling for spot and you're buying for $2 under spot, there's room to make money. But a lot of coin shops are getting squeezed out right now from this, unless they had big inventories. If you've got big inventories, then you've probably done really well. I know that would be my thoughts on that. I think it was Bald Guy Money calculated out that each person on Earth can only hold 3.7 ounces. Yeah, when I did that math, I got 6 ounces, and it's not spread out evenly. I've got more than my 6 ounces. I've got 6 ounces for me and 6 ounces for everybody that I probably know. So it definitely, there's not enough silver for everybody. And when people start buying it up and using it, then that's it. Check his video out for exact numbers. I'm pretty close. Yeah, I got 6 ounces, but that was also a year ago when I calculated it out. So to say undervalued is such an understatement. Absolutely. Yes, food and pew-pews, definitely important. Let's see, 400 turned in on a pilot program in Camp Button. Laugh out loud. How thing is money grab. It's a money grab because states are all of a sudden not wanting to give the tax free. That's why it's a money grab. There's too much debt in the world, in the countries, in the states, and states are looking for ways to take people's money. So that's why I say it's a money grab. Let's see, Scott. How's it going? It's going pretty good. I just figured I'd get on here and kind of try to do a couple videos or a live stream, try to generate some watch time, maybe pick up some new members, and see how it goes. Let's see. Go ahead and take things away from me. I have a unique set of skills to get what I need back. Yep. That's kind of how I feel. Except my unique set of skills is that it probably won't leave me in the first place. Let's see. Hit that like button, guys. Definitely help the algorithm. Hit that like. We got 29 people watching right now. So we're building up some watch time off of this video, hopefully. I did turn the commercials back on. If you get a commercial and you watch it, be sure to hit that red dot at the bottom corner after so you're back live. I don't want people to get too far behind. We got silver right now at right on $57. The silver futures price is at $57.85. Gold price trading at $4,230. So it's exciting right now what's going on. We got 29 people. I'm wondering if we can hit a record tonight with people watching. That would be cool. It'd be nice to hit all the records. On an average live stream, I usually pick up 3 new members. Hopefully we can get 3 members or more people to become members. Hopefully we can get our viewers up there. We were up to 29 a few seconds ago. We're down to 25 now. But it bounces around a lot. Sometimes people's internet drops out and it lowers the numbers. If anybody happens to notice that we go in the 40s on views, please take a quick minute and put a comment in so I see it, in case I don't see it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and don't be afraid to ask a comment if you got a question or a thought on something. Let's see here. Jumping back in on the comments. Go ahead. Okay, coin dealers here bumped up their premiums to $4.50 per ounce off silver. Used to be $3.50 and $3. I remember when it was like 50 cents. Yeah, premiums are going to go up because the cost of the silver is going up. They're not going to invest when silver gets up to $100. They're not going to invest $100 in an ounce of silver to make a lousy buck or two. So we see that continue to go up. $3.50, $4.50, a little high. There are opportunities out there. About half of those watching have hit the like button. Please hit that like button. We're at 28 people right now. Hit that subscribe button. Help me out. Do you think the CMA Cyrus 1 server cooling will have legs? Who knows? We'll see how that plays out. I would find it hard to believe they'll have another cooling issue anytime soon with the amount of heat that took, literally. A lot of people knew that was BS and talked about it. Washington State. Yes, Washington State. We talked about that. Actually, we talk about that heavily in tomorrow morning's video, too. People just don't want to pay the taxes on it. You can have my pew pew if you can dodge my freedom seeds. Yep. I heard one subscriber say that his soul will leave the house before his pew pews do. Let's see. Scott, +1. So someone else agreeing with you. Let's see. P. Low, ranking 3rd, putting a comment in. And remember, we got these little crowns to see who is number 1, 2, and 3. P. Low, you're ranked 3rd right now. I don't see. Where's number 1 and 2? 1 and 2 ain't even talking, apparently. I don't know. I don't know who holds the 1 and 2 spot right now. I was expecting a drop with the markets opened. I guess we will see what happens when New York opens. Yeah, I don't think we'll see the drop until tomorrow night. Monday night, Tuesday morning is as soon as I think that we'll see a major drop. And I don't even know if we'll see it. If it picks up too much momentum, they may just let it go. I was quoted $51 per Silver Eagle for retail-friendly single dates tubes. F you, chump. Not willing to let him go for that. I wouldn't let him go for that either. Right now, I would comfortably pay $55, I think. 54 or 55 for Eagles if I was buying right now. Let's see. Christian, hit that thumbs up button. Done. Thank you so much, my friend. The Happy Stacker 69. What is up, Mr. Happy Stacker? Hope you're having a great day. Hey, T, sorry about the repeat emails. No, that don't bother me, dude. That don't bother me. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into that ball drop thing and see if I can figure out the game and how I can utilize it to give away some free silver. I don't mind that at all. Let's go silver. Yeah, silver is on the climb. What is up, Dick? Hope you're having a great night. I live out in the country. Wished I could buy and sell silver like I can with crypto. Yeah, a lot of people think that. They've made it pretty easy to buy cryptocurrencies, and they did that, I think, because they got to get the money into it. They got to get more and more money into thin air assets to get it out of the system, because if the money comes out of the system, then inflation is not as bad. But how do you get the money out of the system? A lot of the money is flowing into gold and silver right now, but that's not what they want it flowing into. I picked up my first kookaburra the other day just because I didn't have one. So I actually recently started trying to put a set of them together where I think it would be really cool if I could get all of them, but it's hard to find the old ones in good condition and without a premium, because I ain't trying to pay big premiums. ZZY, not a good time to sell. It's time to hold. And that's exactly where I'm at right now. I'm holding. Not really buying a whole lot, not really selling anything, just holding. What buy today, gold or silver? I would pick up silver. The reason I think silver is going to go a whole lot higher, I think gold seems like it's kind of stagnant right now, not really doing much. Taking a quick look at the silver price right now, sitting at 57.38. So we're back climbing again, 57.30 roughly. Gold's 42.32, it looks like, unless it didn't refresh. 42.32, up 0.4%, with silver up 1.8%. I mean, think of that. Silver's up 4 times right now, and I think we could see it continue to slowly climb higher and higher. A lot of people are just going to miss out. I was talking to someone the other night. He's waiting to get 40 ounces, and he was hoping for a pullback or some kind of a deal, and he looked at it and he's like, damn, 56.50, and now, I mean, we're at 57.50 essentially, so up another $1. So we know, a lot of us that follow the channel on a regular basis, we know where silver is going. It's going a whole lot higher. We can't say that like that because this is not financial advice, just our opinion. But our opinion, silver is going to go a whole lot higher. And I think that's pretty much the opinion of almost everybody in the room. We got 31 people watching right now. Hopefully we can pump that number up. I'd like to get into the 40s. If you guys hit them like buttons, hit them subscribe buttons, let's try to pump those numbers up. Man, I'm so happy I chose to this silver, bro. Thanks so much. Not reluctant now. Yeah, so yeah, so for those of you that don't know, Mr. Happy Stacker, his original name was the Reluctant Stacker. His dad passed away, and I'm sorry for his loss, about a year ago. And he contacted me wanting to sell his silver. Just happened to get on YouTube and saw my channel and said, hey, I'm looking to sell. How do I sell this stuff? Told me what he had, this and that. And I said, you know, your dad knew what he was doing. He knew you shouldn't sell. And think about that. Back then, you were looking at $28. And now you're on the channel every day. I see your comments every day. I know you watch it, the videos, and couldn't be happier. I'm guessing that I'm happy for you that you stayed with silver instead of selling it at $28, because now you're at 58 almost. I wouldn't be surprised if we could even see 58 before the video ends tonight, at least on the futures side for sure. So we'll see what happens, but I'm happy for you. I mean, I know people actually that have inherited silver and dumped it. So I actually heard from someone, I probably shouldn't go too much into this. I don't know if anybody will figure it out. If someone I know personally is watching that knows my inner circles. I was talking to someone and I said, hey, I got a buddy that he wants to sell a gold coin. And he tells me, he goes, oh, no, I'm good right now. I just ended up getting some from so-and-so. And that so-and-so, I'm like, oh, my word, he doesn't follow it really as much as me. He kind of just gets his input from me. And the last time I talked to him, well, silver was only $50. So I'm like, oh, I hope he didn't sell it at like $50, thinking it was still $50. If anybody is thinking about selling their silver, the first thing they have to do is look at the spot price. You know, if you ever need to sell a little something, take a minute and look at what the spot price is. Don't just sell based off your last conversation with your coin broker, your coin dealer, your friends. Take a minute and look at what the price is, or you could severely hurt yourself. Foreign sovereigns do a premium on our pandas. Yeah, pandas are going to have a little more of a premium, in my opinion. Kookaburra is going to have a premium. People like that stuff. So, you know, I mean, I'll be honest, I like that stuff. Sean, got a tube of silver rounds. Awesome. Hopefully you got a good deal on them. Blue Dog, what is up? Hi-ho, silver. Definitely it is going higher by the looks of it. What is going on, everybody? What is up, Reckless Collections? I hope you're having a great night. Just doing a video trying to pump up our watch time, trying to boost the likes, and just kind of see how it goes. My numbers were way down for the month, so here I am trying to pump them back up and see what I can do. Unfortunately, I waited a little too late. I'll probably run this video maybe right up until midnight. Who knows? And just kind of answer questions and stuff. Little Smug Silver Dragon. Coin shows are where my daughter and I find the best deals. I would agree. You can find some good deals at coin shows. And she gets even better deals than I do. Yes, because she's a kid. I used to utilize my kid to get deals. Oh, I only have $200. I'm trying to find the best deal on silver to buy. And then, all right, good job, son. Here's another $200, and I'll take that off your hands, and we'll go to the next place. You got to stack what you can when you can. Look for the deals. She pays below spot. I pay at or a touch above. Yep, just keep filling her money up. Don't let her run out. At one point, you have her shopping for you with limited funds. I've seen so many times kids get silver for, especially, they're sitting on like $60 and someone says, oh, how about I give you an ounce right now for 55? It's just 1 ounce. If you're stacking silver and you've been stacking for a while, you probably have plenty of silver. And the odds are the price that you paid is a lot lower than where it's at now. So if some kid asked me at a coin show, I would probably right now, I'd look at the kid and I'd be like, you know what? Hey, check this coin out. Does that look cool? You can have it for $55. And that's exactly it. They would snap it up quick. And then the parents would probably look at me, oh, can I get one for $55 too? No, I'm just doing it because it's a kid. So, yeah, you can pick up some really good deals like that. I think is 6 silver ounces for 1 ounce of gold. Whoa. Hold on. Must be 1/10 ounce. But actually, I don't even think it's that right now. I think we're still at roughly 73 to 1 right now on that. 73 to 1. Got a tube of rounds in today. I paid $50 and change for. I'm up already. Absolutely. Let's see. Arturo, what is up? Love silver and gold in the future. Yeah, gold and silver is looking really good. Mr. Happy Stacker. Bro, you're the effing man. I appreciate that. I'm really glad that you stayed with it. I can't be happy enough for you because, you sent me your stack. You sent me a picture of your stack. So, I know where you stand kind of. And I'm assuming you probably even picked up a little bit more since then. This changed my life. Oh, yeah. Now, you think about it. The average person out there that doesn't stack precious metals has a negative net worth. Negative. They don't have anything. If you were to balance out their budget, they would have zero or negative. Most of the people that are stacking precious metals have a positive net worth. I accidentally found stacking a little over a year ago, and the spot was around $32. That was when a lot of people got in, I think. When silver went up to $39 and then it came back down to $32, people were loving it. It was all over the news. Oh, look at the devastating pullback on silver. Well, now you just showed everybody. They would have been better off not putting it in the media, in my opinion. But what they were hoping was to break the strong hands and get them to get out at $32. I got laughed at when I maxed out one of my credit cards and bought silver at 32, I think it was, or 28. I don't even remember, but that's all water under the bridge now. I just remember it was in April. Now that is financial advice. Look up the price historically before you sell. No, that's still not financial advice. That's just my opinion. But I would definitely do that if I was you. I'm not giving anything financial advice. I just say do your research. Silver is at $57.50. Yep, it is climbing. Silver is getting exciting. Electric breakers for the house are supposed to have a lot of silver in them. I don't know about that because I'm an electrician. Current electrical breakers, I don't think they've had silver in them, but I could be wrong. Who knows? I know if you fix a drinkable water pipe, they use a silver solder. At least that's what they did when I remodeled something and pulled a nail out of a pipe on accident. Went through the sheetrock, the paneling, and a pipe. And as soon as I pulled it out, it literally started peeing water. And I was like, oh, shoot. Called up a buddy of mine. He showed up, and he ended up pulling out a silver rod and soldered it right to the copper pipe. I said, let me look at that real quick. And I said, oh my gosh, this is actual silver. He said, yeah, it's 50% silver, I think he said. And he said it kills like bacteria or anything because it's drinkable water. You want to make sure that you use it. I was like, wow, that's interesting. I got lucky the other day. I got a 1966 Canadian quarter in my change, 80% silver. It's been a while. Yeah, you don't see much of the 90% or 80% silver anymore. I actually found the other day, I found a nice looking W quarter, a Lowell quarter from Massachusetts. The W with the West Point stamp. So that was pretty cool. That's like a $20 to $30 quarter. I was pretty excited about that. Let's see. Child comes in to buy $10,000 for his first purchase. Yeah, I don't think that dealer would give that one a deal. If someone brings in that much, you can get away though with using a kid at a coin show to go pick up 1 ounce from every dealer. If a kid walked around right now, pulls out even $53, let's say you're at a coin show, you have a booth. Some little kid comes up to you. He goes, I got $53. I'm looking to buy an ounce of silver or any silver. Do you have anything for $53? I'm not really worried about the condition. I really want to get into stacking. And I would find him an ounce of silver for $53 even. And he would take that silver, run it back to me, and then I'd give him another $53. And we would probably hit every single vendor at the coin show and keep stacking. 10,000, I'd be like, I'm sorry, kid. I don't have anything. Let's see here. Scrolling through. $57 electric. Yes. Nice. We have a Sunday talk now. Yeah, definitely today we do, because I got to get my watch time up. I'm trying to increase the memberships too. I'd like to pick up 3 members today. We're only 1 viewer right now away from 40 people watching. So it'd be nice to get over 40 people watching. That would really help out the watch time, pump that up. Hit them thumbs up, everybody, if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet. Got lucky the other. Okay, we said that. We read that one. Coming up on my 360th ounce. Let's go, Taylor. That is awesome, Tyler. Not many people have that. You're working on a monster box essentially. You keep that up, you're gonna be there in no time. Conrad, LOL. Yep. Gotta use the kids. I mean, after all, they're eating for free, living for free. Let's see. eBay has some 10 kilos silver coins for sale. Imagine buying a 320 ounce silver coin. And no, I do not have one. Yeah, I don't have any. I have some kilos. I don't like them, I'll be honest. But I picked them up too cheap to even matter. Hopefully an opportunity will come where I'll be able to trade them. Even if I lose an ounce, I'll still be happy. I prefer like smaller stuff, 1 ounce stuff. It's easier if I had to sell it, easier to move, this and that. I got into stacking Memorial Day weekend last year. Best thing I ever did. It already got me out of so many pinches. I would not have had the means otherwise. Yeah. So silver is not just a future wealth preservation. It's also a savings account for a lot of people. People that buy silver, they have it. When an emergency comes up, they've got it. They're in a good place, and they can use that silver to really do something with it and pay a debt, whatever that may be. It paid for my divorce and my car. So yeah, that's nice. The only thing is, every time you sell it, it gets more and more expensive to buy it back. So, the contacts in the breakers is small, and you have to know how to process it. Okay, so I guess the breakers do. I'm gonna have to start grabbing breakers and see how much silver's in it then, because I'm an electrician, so I always see people swapping out breakers. Either they go bad or they want to get a new service or upgrade their service. Grok says 0.1 to 0.5 ounces of silver in a house breaker. Wow. I actually got a box of like 20 Oh, but hold on. A half an ounce of silver in a breaker? I would think Darn, I'm going to have to start grabbing breakers whenever I can find them, if that's the case. Grok says 2 to 20 ounces for a whole panel of breakers. Wow. That is crazy if that's the case. That means breakers could get really expensive in the near future. Hey T, that's hey T, that ounce of platinum I picked up at the local coin shop for $1,600 a while back. Not looking so bad now. Oh yeah, I'm sure, but everything's going up though. But I mean, if you bought $1,600 in silver a while back, you would have gotten really well too with it. But everything is going up. It's all going to get ugly pretty soon. I had someone call me up today and say he bought some hamburger meat. It was up 25%. He bought some pasta. It was up like 60 cents a box. I was like, what in the world? Everything is getting crazy. Depends on how many breakers in a whole panel. Little Smug Silver Dragon. My daughter has a beautiful 1 troy pound American Silver Eagle. Nice. Was something the U.S. Mint did in the early 2000s, but in general, like 1 ounce too. Save those breakers, dude. Yeah, I'm going to start saving them now. I actually had a box of them in my garage, but I only have them in there in case someone, like, I'll give you an example, like Square D breakers. You don't really see them often now. They have substitutes for them, but someone calls me up and, hey, my power is out, it won't come back on, and then you go out there and you look at the breaker and the breaker's shot. You can just swap it out real quick and not have to go anywhere. Well, I have a breaker. It's not brand new. If you want, I can fix it for you, and you can just buy me a new breaker later or something. Or just buy me a meal. And if someone buys me a meal, that's a really good deal, because that's a $20 dinner for a breaker that you essentially got for next to nothing. But if there's a half ounce of silver in it, now that's a game changer. Let's see. You have to think, T. I'm a low-wage worker. I otherwise would not have been able to do those things. If I had not silver. I originally started stacking silver to buy a car. I accomplished that goal plus more. Oh, yeah. Oh, I understand that. And a lot of people... So here's the thing that I see. A lot of people are essentially living paycheck to paycheck. Stuff is going up. Stuff is getting expensive. And as it gets more and more expensive, it's hard for people to save money. That's why I have always said, if you're going to get into stacking silver, just buy your 1 ounce every week and keep going with it. I mean, this is really starting to move, and we're seeing this volatility. I mean, look right here. So let's just see here. Look. We had silver at 56.80. We came all the way down to 56.20. Then we went all the way back up to 57.25. Then we went all the way back down to 56.75. Then we went all the way up to 57.60. Then we came all the way back down to 56.95. Then we went all the way back up to 57.72, and now we're sitting at 57.52. The price is climbing faster and faster. And even if you see one of these beatdowns like we saw right here, where the silver price was up to $54 and then they manipulated it all the way down to 48, now look where we're at. Every time they manipulate it, it's like holding a ball underwater in a pool. The price always seems to rebound, and each time it can rebound even more violently. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Look at the how quick this line is going up. I mean, it's going straight up. Look at a lot of these trading. You see a lot of red in here, straggled through here. I don't see much red over here. I don't at all. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. It's going to get interesting, I can tell you that. Do you have a smelter? I picked up one a while ago, and I'm looking forward to using it. I do have one. I used to do Melting Monday videos every week. I I don't know if you were watching the channel back then. I stopped doing it when I almost burned my house down. I was foolish. I had 2 5-gallon gas cans under a table, and not thinking, I set my smelter up on that table. And I put the mold on the table next to it, and I ended up pouring that molting metal, and I overfilled the do you call it a crucible? Let me think here. It's not the crucible, the mold. I overfilled the mold. It instantly ran. It lit the table on fire, and it started dripping over the edge, and that hot metal hitting that cold or cool concrete, it caused it to pop. If one of those drops had hit one of those gas cans the wrong way, it would have been bye-bye Tsquare. Let's see, even a 1/10 ounce is worth saving. Those breakers that have 5.75, it pop right now. Are they? Hold on. $5.75. It can't be $5.75 pop for a breaker. I thought they were more expensive than that. Let's see. Going to go up. Going to go to the farm and pull them all out of an old house now. Laugh out loud. God bless everyone here. Have a blessed night. Thank you so much, Forbidden Planet. I appreciate you stopping in and hitting that thumbs up button. Yeah, who knows? There might even be people just start taking them pretty soon if the price of them keeps going up. We got right now 33 people watching the video. We got silver trading at $57.57. We got gold trading at $4,240. Definitely everybody hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're not a member and you'd like to consider becoming a member, every month we do special silver events where you have an opportunity to win some free silver. And it's only $1.99 to become a member. We had someone last night, first time hitting that join button, $1.99. He also did a $2 super chat, and all of a sudden he won a $75 ounce of silver. That was pretty cool for him. We got Silver Cobra, third, coming up with the third place crown right now. I don't understand. How do I see who the... Oh, you know what? Maybe I can hit this. I can't see the whole name. Can I? Is there a way to see the whole name? We got Gold something with the number 1 crown. Adrius with number 2. And Silver Cobra number 3. So, I don't know how some people have... Well, they were just the first 3 in the room. So, they're still here watching. I definitely appreciate that. But... technically tied up with... Oh, I guess it's a good way to see who else in the room, too. With 13 people tied for first, even though technically only 3 people got the crown. So congratulations to those 3 people. Let's see how I exit out of that. Okay, there we go. Let's see, reading through comments. Let's see, he means the value of the silver in the breaker. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I was going to say, yeah, they got to be more than that. But that's still pretty cool. I mean, for that, I'm thinking about starting looking at mine and start grabbing them if I can. I've seen people throw away boxes of them. But when they're all rusted and stuff, I didn't bother asking for them. But now I wish I had. Concrete popping from heat equals spilling. Yep. And if I've got 2 cans of gas sitting next to it, that could have been really bad really fast. It would be fun to pour silver from cannibalized breakers. That's actually a good idea for a video. You wouldn't need much. I'll explain that here in just a minute. I never knew there was silver in them. I didn't know that either, and I was an electrician. I still am. That would actually make for a good video, though. Get a bunch of breakers, figure out where the silver is, torch it. P-Lo coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, P-Lo. I appreciate that, my friend. I just want to be number one on the crown. And I think you might be now. It might take a minute. I don't know. It might take a minute, but you might be number one now. There you are. You are number one now. But yeah, it would be really cool. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Just moved into the top spot. Where was I? Okay, so yeah, it would be really cool, I think, to do a video, find out where the silver is, set up my forge, sit over the forge and melt the silver with a torch so it drops into the crucible, and then just keep doing it. And then at the end, take the crucible, pour it into the mold, weigh it, and then test it and see if it's 999. I think we can make it 999 fine. And I like it when I see those super chats because it actually acts as a really good bookmark. So now it instantly pops, so I don't have to look. I can see it right off where I left off. And there you are. You got your first place crown. Congratulations. Anyone ever hear of $10 American Freedom Dollars? Was supposed to be completion to the Norfed dollars. I've only saw about 23 of them in real life online, and I bought all I found. They're pretty rare. I've never heard of them. I have seen Indian reservation silver coins that are valued at $10. I don't know if that's what they are, if that's what you're talking about. They say $10, usable on the reservation, but they're an ounce of silver, so I would never use them. There it is. There it is. Yep. It was a denominated $10 knife collector. Yes. Scott, you have to break them down to get to the contacts. Look for the schematics for the different breakers. Year was only in 2004. Short run, I guess. I wonder if that's the $10 coins that I've seen. I've seen a couple $10 coins. I thought they were Indian reservation coins. ZZY, yeah, the government could have got after them too. They probably could have, but I mean, who knows? Let's be honest, people ain't gonna spend them. Let's see, Conrad's silver is in the different contacts, the small buttons or pads. Dick Goldsmith, thanks. You all are great. I forgot I have an old breaker box in a junk house trailer. Yep. I think we see that a lot. In fact, I know someone that he destroys trailers and scraps out the steel and the copper. I might ask him for the breakers from here out. If he doesn't realize that there's silver in them, he may be like, yeah, I don't care. I don't want to take them. Let's see. World Treasure haters. Is it too late to catch silver after 15% gain this week? Dodging at 59. What do you think? So here's the thing. I'm going to answer that question here in just a second. Let's do a little math real quick. Let's pull this up. Let me get a calculator real quick. I want to look at something. Personally, yeah, it's a big jump. There's something big going on right now that we're not aware of. We'll find out about it, I believe, a little later. But here's the thing. I mean, people could just be getting in front of the Fed. They know the Fed maybe is going to already cut interest rates, despite them saying it's not a guarantee they're cutting interest rates. If they are cutting interest rates, I mean, we could see it, and they're just pricing it in now. That's my thoughts on that. but I don't think we're up 15%. Did you say 15? Yeah, you said 15% gain for the week. I don't think we're up 15% for the week. We're definitely up nice. We're up 10% for the week, though. So maybe there was 10%, but I think it was just 10. Hold on here 1 second. We got gold at 42.40 divided by 57.62. Woo, 73 to 1. I'll be honest, even 75 to 1 now is sounding good. I was actually talking to someone the other day that he asked me if I thought one of the big dealers in our area would give an ounce of gold for 75 ounces of silver, or even 80. I said, well, I guarantee you, I would consider giving you an ounce of gold for 80 ounces of silver, for my opinion. If they didn't, 75 might be a little iffy. I don't know, because there's a lot of risk right now on the silver, which is exactly what you just asked me of a pullback. It would feel pretty crappy if you bought today and then all of a sudden we see a $4 drop tomorrow. But on the flip side, if you don't buy tomorrow and we hit 60 and then go to 65, that would be an ugly feeling too. There's a lot of different ways it could play out. Personally, I'm still picking up. As of right now, I would pick up silver if I could at $55.78. I'm looking for silver $2 under spot. So that's my thoughts on that. I probably wouldn't pay $58 right now for silver. But I already have mine, so it makes it a little easier for me to say that. I grabbed some crystallized silver to add to the collection. It's so pretty. Looks like tiny little diamonds. Excuse me. So I actually like silver shot. Little droplets, little tears of silver, I call them. Little droplets of silver. And I have made it before. Just heat up something and watch it drop into a bucket of ice. And as soon as it hits, it instantly sizzles and cools. And then you let the ice melt and then just strain it all out and separate out your silver. Let's see. Asian markets are open and heading down. Let's see here. Oh, the Asian stock markets, I'm guessing. Because I was like, no, Asian trading on silver right now is up 2.5% now. Literally up 10% in just the last 2 trading days. That's pretty crazy real quick. Here's the thing. We've talked about this. Silver, as the price climbs, a 2% climb is going to be a lot more money than a 2% climb when silver was at $30. So, I mean, right now, our little 2.5% is up another $1.50. And if we keep pulling these little 2% climbs day after day, it ain't going to take long before silver is really wrecking it and moving up a whole lot higher. Just out of curiosity, let's click this real quick and see what Bitcoin's at. So when I started this video, silver was at 58.08, and that's the futures price. And Bitcoin was at 87.43. We're going to refresh it. Whoo, 58.42. Slowly catching up to Microsoft. And Bitcoin is now at 87. So we're seeing it inch down lower and lower. Down 4% now. Let's scroll down and see if we have any of the Asian market. We got a Taiwan company right there up 0.5%. We got a Chinese market right there up, well, basically even. A lot of U.S. markets. And here we have a Chinese company down 1%. Chinese company down. Chinese company down. Yeah, it would appear a lot of the Chinese companies are not looking as good right now as you scroll down through here. I wonder why the Vanguard growth. is highlighted blue. I'm curious why they highlight that blue. Oh, probably because it's not assigned to any specific country. That's what it is. It doesn't get a country flag or color. Platinum sitting at 30th right now. Yep, that's what it is. Cryptocurrencies, ETFs. Oh, ETFs are the blue. That's why they're blue. I think we're going to wake up one day and we're going to see precious metals through the roof. Cryptocurrencies plunged, ETFs plunge, and that will be it. Let's see. Get back onto the comments. Let's see where I was. I'm going to probably read these backwards. No fear of missing out here. I'm not worried about missing out. Blazed. Those last ups and downs on the chart you showed were all moves of 50 cents to 75 cents up or down, up and down. Let's see, looks under the spot price, 90% constitutional coins, if you want to buy any. Yeah, there's some good deals on Constitution stuff. ETFs were blue. If it was made by the Native Americans on a reservation, they had special provisions to make stuff like that. The fact that it was made out of silver, though, it doesn't really matter what people put for a price on it. If it's made out of silver, you're probably in a pretty good spot. So we did just hit over 40 people watching. So anybody watching, please hit that thumbs up button so we can continue to get more people watching and subscribing. Hopefully, if you're watching right now and you didn't hit subscribe or you're not subscribed, please help me out. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow the channel. If we get a lot of subscribers, if the numbers are good tonight, I may start doing this more often. But generally, live streams don't do well for me. I don't know what it is. But this is your opportunity to ask whatever you want to ask about silver or gold, and I'll give you guys my opinion. Let's see, catching up with the comments pretty well. Good evening, T and everyone. Thank you so much, Robert. I hope you're having a great evening. I watched a video saying rumors out of China said someone stood for 400 million ounces, which is why the system went down. This may have already been mentioned. No, so it didn't get mentioned. I had heard. One, I seen the ETFs. A lot of people sold their ETF positions. That was a big factor. And then I had heard that China or someone in China was standing for a lot of ounces by the end of the month. So that could have a major factor. And that would go with what you just said, essentially. What is your opinion on the 40% and 35% for under spot? I like silver if it's under spot. I'm not a big fan of the 40 and the 35s, though, but I have some of both. I think I have a bunch of the 40%ers, and I accidentally mixed in my war nickels with my nickel collection, so that's another dumb move that I made. But I don't sell my nickels. I never cash out nickels. I will always keep my nickels indefinitely until a day comes where I trade them off to someone for something. Hopefully by then I'll have found my war nickels. If there is a pullback, how far do you think it will get beat down? I don't think we'll see under 50 again. I think 50 is over. I don't think we'll ever see under 50 again. But that's just my opinion. I said nothing before. No fear of missing out here, but it looks like it was blocked or didn't go through. I'll send you an email with what I was talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, that I'm not sure of what you were talking about. You're saying part of your comment got blocked out. I don't know. Sometimes people's stuff does get blocked. What is up, Penny? Your opinion. Unreal world. What would happen if all the paper stocks crashed out at the same time. So if we ran into, my thoughts on this, if we ran into and please, we got 38 people watching. Take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And so my thoughts are, if we saw something major happen and stocks collapsed, we saw a huge pullback, you would probably realistically see gold and silver come down as well. You would see Bitcoin come down as well. However, generally what we've seen in the past when this happens, we see silver and gold not going up for sale. People aren't going to sell it for next to nothing. If all of a sudden the spot price was to plunge to, stocks plunge, silver plunges to $45, companies ain't going to sell it. I've been hearing rumors that a lot of companies canceled orders from Black Friday. Literally. How is that even possible? I guess they had Black Friday orders. People rushed in, put their order in at them spot price deals. Maybe they started on Thanksgiving night, and they put their orders in, and companies canceled them. Instead of getting shipment confirmations and tracking numbers, they got told no. There was a huge thing about that on Reddit this morning that I was reading over. People were upset. But we know this. If you've ever read all of their terms and conditions from buying from major precious metals companies, they will tell you in there, we reserve the right to cancel your order at any time and refund your money. But if you try to cancel your order, you're going to pay us a surcharge. So that it's crazy that they can do that, but they do it. Let's see here. I agree. 50-ish looks like the new floor. If it does go that low, will y'all be buying more? So I'll be honest, if we see $50 silver and we're sitting at $57.50 right now, I would buy more. I would love to pick up some silver at $50 now. But I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. I think it's more likely we're going to continue to slowly inch up. Number 1, Crown Pilot. I'm personally going to keep buying what I can afford. I stopped buying Eagles and started buying 90% a while ago. Pick up whatever you can that's under spot or extremely low spot. I wouldn't worry about collectibles. I would also look for people that need money. Maybe their car broke down. Maybe their hot water heater went out. They need some money. They're looking to sell. Those are the people that I would try to target for buying from, because they need money. And if you look for them, you stand to get the best deal, in my opinion. Let's refresh this real quick. Make sure we are up to date. Sitting at 47.45 right now. I'm going to do a brief plug. If anybody is interested in becoming a member, you can become a member right now for $1.99. You'll get a star next to your name, and you'll get entered into our December special free silver event. Trying to make sure we try to get some new members for that. Recently, we did a live video, and someone ended up winning a certified 1-ounce funnel web spider. He had only been a member for 1 month, paid his $1.99 to become a member, and right off the bat, he was the winner. Pretty crazy. It happens. I've only seen it happen 2 times where people were brand new and won, but it's definitely a fun opportunity. I don't take sponsors from people, companies, that type of stuff. So most of my money is generated either from commercials or from memberships. And being able to get in as a member for only $1.99 to have a shot at winning a free ounce of silver is a great deal. We do these every month. We have free events where members can enter in. Well, they are entered in automatically. They don't have to be present, just have to be a member to participate. I am looking at adding a couple of free memberships out there to a couple lucky people. I'm going to try to implement something in the next week or two. where somebody can get their name on the board as a free entry to the membership so they can kind of try it out. Also, special shout out, Pilo, number 1 right now, Conrad, number 2, and number 3, Christian Love, for our top 3 chatters, commenters, super chatters. I don't know what you want to call it, how you call it. So just got to give a quick mention to those 3 because they do have crowns next to their name right now. And with that being said, let's jump back in and read some comments and see where we're at. Where are we? Let's see. Said something before. No fear of missing. Okay, your opinion. We said that. Agreed. 50 is the new floor. I'm personally going to keep buying what I can afford. I stopped buying Eagles and started buying 90% silver. Definitely try to pick up whatever you can with low premiums. That's the way to do it, I think. Let's see. I'm sticking to my first quarter of the year guess at 50% right now. I claimed it would hit $50 close to 2025 at 48. Laugh out loud. Yeah, 48 was my prediction, and turned out I'm pretty low now. And everybody thought I was high back then. I should pull up that video real quick and go back to that video and just read through the comments of the people that laughed at me when I said 48 by the end of the year. Let's see, below. Never expect to win the drawing. So if I do ever win, I get super excited. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but someone's got to win. And I mean, you know, obviously I want to do, if you've been following the channel through the events, I'd like to do something different and have 3 different prizes for the next event. I may end up getting them together before we do it, so that way people can see it, put it in stone, and maybe some people might want to up their membership, or they might want to add a membership if they see that it's a really cool prize. I'm trying to think what would be the prizes. I guess for the obsessed fans, I would do the gram of gold, I think. For maybe a super fan, they would get some really nice graded certified coin. And then for a regular fan, they would get a regular ounce of silver. A really nice ounce of silver, though. I just don't know what the certified coin would be. I'm kind of thinking maybe one of those 87 San Francisco Eagles would be nice. I think people would like that as a shot. Some people might like the Libertad. You know what I could do for fun? Hey, where is it? Right here. Someone already wants to make me a deal on it, but do I still have it here? Let me see here. I'm reaching up above my desk right now. This is kind of comical. I'll tell you the backstory on it. Nice! Reckless Collections. Welcome to the super fan level. I think you just upgraded your membership from fan to super fan, because I thought you were a member last night, if I remember right. So I think you upped your membership right there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you upping your membership. Hey, I'm going to read something to you. I'm not going to tell you the name. If you've been following the channel for a couple of years, you probably know who the name is, though. You might know who the person is. I don't know. I'm going to read this. This is a package that I've had sitting here. The person joined in back when I did auctions. Joined in some auctions. Bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items. He bought 10 items on auction. And then said, I don't really have a way to pay for them unless you want to give me your driver's license so I can send you a money order. And I was like, why do you need my driver's license? And he said, I need it so they can verify who is going to get it. And I said, yeah, I don't give my driver's license out. In fact, I quit buying silver from Liberty Silver out of California because they wanted my driver's license. And I said, I don't give my driver's license. In a minute, this was a year and a half ago, I'm going to read the 10 items he bid on that are still sitting right here beside me. And I'm going to read the prices that he essentially bought them at. And some of these prices are pretty crazy, including number 19, item number 19 in the auction listings was a 1 ounce Silver, Mexican Libertad. It was an old Libertad, but it was the pure 1 ounce pure. $29. So that tells me silver was probably under $29. I'm going to read the rest of these in a minute. A 2002 Silver Eagle, $32. Amazing condition. I'm going to read the rest of these in a minute. His order was still sitting here. By now, it's been canceled, obviously. I just didn't know what to do with it, so it's just still sitting here. And I mean, I'll probably break it down. I got one friend that he's like, I want to buy all that stuff. So I was like, okay, we'll work something out. Let's see here. Randy. How's it going, Randy? Hope you're having a great day. Aloha. Must be shouting out from Hawaii. Let's see. Joka. Silver hit triple digits for the first time here in New Zealand, I'm guessing. $153. That is pretty crazy. Taylor. I got sued for putting the dollar amount on the coins. I got the box for $20. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Below would definitely become an obsessed member for that. I think a lot of people would try that out if I did the gram of gold. And here's the thing. Being an obsessed member, it costs a little bit more. But you could hit. I mean, if you're the winner, that would definitely be the one to win. A gram of gold. Let's see. And if we can get our members up a little bit higher, I've already decided I'm going to do it. That's why I kind of wanted to go live a few nights to try to get memberships up a little bit, try to get some new members. I was hoping we could get up to 100 members before I run that to really make sure that I can't lose. So I think it would be fun if we can do that. And I figure if I go live, I was hoping we get 3 new members tonight. I think we got 1 upgrade. Oh, we didn't even get 1 new member tonight? I thought I had a new member. We have an upgrade membership. Reckless Collection becoming a super fan. So I will get his name moved to the top of the list. Or, well, to almost the top of the list. Because there's only 3 obsessed fans right now. Let's see. I bought a box of world coins. I'm in Canada. In it was 2 World Trade Center coin. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that word. Coins. One of them was a 25th or 1/25th of an ounce, a quarter ounce of gold. And the other was a clad commemorative, both from the National Collectors Mint, I guess. That is pretty nice. Thank you very much, Reckless Collections, for becoming a super fan. I appreciate it more than you know. The giveaways are a lot of fun. Yeah, the giveaways are always fun. And I want to kind of do the ball drop, I think, for the next one. I kind of like that, if there's a way to do the ball drop. But I also want to do something a little bit different. The futures just hit 58.61. Whoa! Are you serious? Let me check that real quick. Okay, that's down a little there. Hold on. Okay, so it's down a little bit now, so it's not quite as high as it was then. But that's okay. We're at, well, 58.34. Damn, we could do. The person that told me last night we could see $60 by Wednesday may have been right. That would be crazy if we have that jump. How low does the gold-silver ratio have to be before gold is the better option? I will buy silver up until 40-1. At 40-1, I would be tempted to trade 40 ounces of silver for an ounce of gold. Even though I know some people say it could go all the way down to 10-1. But, I mean, I've got to really think and be careful. I mean, I don't want to make a bad decision. That's why I stay up on it as much as I do. Futures hit 58.61. Someone said $70 by Christmas. The same person just said 10-1. Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear a lot of people say it should be 10-1 right now. I would probably be a little devastated if I traded 40 and all of a sudden we keep falling. I'm going to feel a little bad about it. Never expect. Okay, so that puts us up to date on all of the comments right now. So we're up to date on the comments. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching, everybody. If you're not subscribed or you're new to the channel, I do content every Monday through Friday. On Saturday, I usually do a video where I answer all the comments in the Friday night video. The Friday video, so people watch the video, put in their comments or questions, and I answer them Saturday. I'm hoping to start doing some live streams maybe in the evenings. That way I'm not waiting until the last day of the month to get my watch time to meet the minimum criteria for YouTube. On top of that, we're trying to boost up our memberships a little bit right now. You can become a member for only $1.99. If you'd like, you can gift a membership to a random subscriber. If you do gift a membership, just before you do it, go ahead and put a comment in saying, I'm gifting one membership right now. I don't know if that costs you $1.99 or if it costs you $4.99. Somebody said it cost them $4.99 when they looked into it the other night. You can be the recruiter, and I will give a special recruiter badge to, I don't know if I'll do the top 3. Put a recruiter badge next to their name. That would be pretty cool. But that's on our list, our everyday list video. I'll have to figure out what a recruiter badge would look like. I don't know what a badge would look like for a recruiter, but I'd have to figure something out. Just a way to kind of get new people to become members. If people become members, they generally watch the channel more. And it's kind of funny because the members that we have, it's rare that memberships they ever quit. Once they become a member and they see all the great perks and they experience it, they stay with it. If we can get up to I'm for sure, if we get up to 100 members, I am going to give 3 options for the prize this month for December. I'll actually announce that. If we can get up to 100 members, doesn't matter what tier they are. If we get up to 100 members, the winner will have an option depending on the level of their membership. But I'll explain that in a future video too. So definitely New Zealand having silver hit new high. That's pretty exciting. Sean agreeing at 40-1. 40-1 has been a comfortable, fair move, I think, on where silver to gold should be. Historically, yeah, it should be 10-1. Geology-wise, it should be like 15-1. Realistically, though, people have a lot more of money. They usually buy gold, so it's naturally going to want to drive gold up higher. But when the big money decides gold seems high, silver is way undervalued, they are going to shoot silver up to prices that we can't imagine. And I'm going to have people calling me up, and it kind of drives me nuts. People didn't want to invest in silver at 20. They didn't want to invest in 30, and we hit 70, 80, 90, and now they want to invest. And then when it goes down a little bit, they want to hate you for saying it was a good investment. So that's why at that point, I simply say, hey, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I really don't. It was a great deal when it was cheap, but you were cheap. That's what I want to tell people. It's coming out of the ground at 7-1 now. Okay, see, I heard it was like 12 or 13-1 out of the ground, based on the actual mining ratios from the U.S. National Geology surveys and stuff. But also it depends where you take that number from. If you take that number from the official government, the last time I had read it, it was 12 or 13. If you take it from the mining companies, then the mining companies might say 7-1 or other numbers. And if you take it based on cost, then you get a totally fictitious number. So that's the deal with that. Let's see. We've been going 1 hour and 23 minutes. I need some stuff to talk about. Oh, here. Let's get back to this real quick. I'll read you this list. You guys will have fun with this list. So, let's... Per Andy Shackman. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, I don't know where he cited that information from. I have watched some of his stuff before. Jumping in. I got something fun to do. So I'm going to look at these items real quick. 1986 Ellis Island commemorative set in box. $25. Let's see what they're going for now. So this person that didn't want these auction items could have had this item for $25. Now on eBay for $39.99, $40, $35, $47. I would say $25 is extremely cheap. Let's see the next item. Super Bowl champions coin. Not silver, I got to say. Not silver. Super Bowl champions coin. Copper. Oh, shoot. No, there it is right there. 49, 32. In fact, I actually think it was this one. It was Denver Broncos. Oh, that's not Denver Broncos. It just looks like the coin. This person won it for $7. Oh, yeah, I could check the listing, but I didn't want to pull up my personal eBay on right now, so I was just kind of getting a rough idea. And you guys know, too, what stuff's going for. This next item that I have on the list, a 2002 American Silver Eagle, $32. 2002 American Silver Eagle. Boo-doo-boo-boo-boo. Got McDonald's on my mind. That's crazy price. That's a crazy price. I'd say $60 is what it's worth now. Maybe 58. But no, I'd probably say 60. Okay, a 2013 $5 Maple Leaf. 2013 1 ounce $5 Maple Leaf silver. $66. Okay, I would say technically about 65. No, I'd probably say 60, but I'm cheap. Ooh, that's nice. I actually had one of those at one time. Next one, Pledge of Allegiance. That was a silver coin, I was told. 1 ounce silver Pledge Allegiance coin. Ah, there it is right there. Yep, boom. Again, I would probably say about $60. This one said 30 I sold it for. I already read the Mexican one, the Mexican Libertad. 5 Buffalo Head nickels. Okay, so $5. I don't know. That was probably still about $5. 5 Buffalo Head nickels. Lot. Boom. $3.49. I guess that went down in value. $3.99. $3.49. I guess that deal went down. That person bought them for $5, and now they're not even worth that. First circulating U.S. dollars. I don't know what that means. I'd have to dig it out. I don't think that was anything super special. I think it had about $5 in the box, and it's probably still $5. A Ken Griffey Jr. coin. Silver. $30. I would say that's probably about $60 now still. A 1981 set. Oh, non-silver. 1981 non-silver uncirculated set. $3. 13, 15, 8. I'd probably say $8, $7. So, kind of crazy. That stuff's still sitting here on my desk. I just kind of thought that would be funny to pull it up for a few minutes and talk about it. It just goes to show where silver is going and how it's inching up little by little. At some point, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with all this junk. Or I'll meet up with one of the members who already told me. He's like, I want it. Let's see, same as it was in 1981. Yeah, not really much. Condition is everything. $65 estimate on the ounce of silver. Take a look at the national debt. Okay, let's pull that up real quick. National debt. I'm thinking it's still going to be 58.35. Yep. What's this? The Crime of 1873. Oh, what? Wizard of Oz Road. We were just talking about that the other night, and I actually had the video come up on my feed. Will work for food, fiat currency, or gold. Now it's will work for gold, but I prefer silver, and that's how I am right there. National debt sitting now at $38,351,000,000,000, continuing to climb with no end in sight. Silver having a little bit of a dip down to $57, with the futures sitting at 58.28. So, I mean, it's still looking like it's going to inch up higher, in my opinion. Demonetized silver. Do an item total. Yeah, it would be hard. I'd have to actually look through. I'm guessing item total, like how much each. Anything silver has drastically gone up so much. And I wouldn't even honor it now. The guy made me wait for a year and a half to get my money, and I still haven't gotten it. I don't even know where he's at now. He did have a W quarter in there, though, that he just never... He said, just leave it in there, and when I get it, I'll get it all. But let's see here. Walks with one. Take a look at the national debt. Yeah, it's just getting out of hand. Check the sold listings if you want accurate pricing. I would agree with that. I actually had a friend of mine just show me how to do that the other day. People thought I was nuts for buying silver. Oh, you ain't alone, Randy. Everybody called me nuts. That played a huge... Well, I shouldn't get into my personal life too much. Oh, you finished Vampire System. I actually stopped watching it because I was getting tired of only being able to see one episode a day, and then they wanted me to pay, and I refused to pay. So I never finished it. I don't even know how it ended. For those of you that don't know, Vampire System is a audiobook. Kind of, I don't know, I would say like Twilight, but not really because it's only vampires. But it was good. It was good while it lasted. I just never finished it. What was I about ready to say? I started to say something. Oh, I remember what it was now. Yeah, so, I mean, it's taken its toll on my life, silver. And I know that in the end, I'm going to get the last word. I got laughed at by family, by friends. It took a toll on my relationships, and everybody thought I was an idiot for wasting my money on the pet rock and essentially buying too much of it. And I didn't stop. And I still, to this day, believe it or not, I still get, I won't say laughed at, but I still get contradicted. I had a friend of mine. He had a bunch of silver. He was sitting on something like 2,000 ounces. And he started selling. He actually started selling. He goes, no, dude. He goes, I'm getting like $4,200 for 100 ounces. 100 silver eagles, $4,200. He goes, you should consider selling some of your silver off and taking some profits. He goes, for what you got in for, he goes, you got me into it. You should consider it. So 100 ounces at 4,200 might seem like a lot. Doesn't seem like a lot now. But this is a good friend of mine. So he doesn't say it in a laughing way. He said it in a you should consider hedging your bet way. The laughed at way was, what kind of moron buys silver? You're buying one coin for $25. Are you freaking stupid? And then on top of that, you're using your credit card to buy it at 28, even though it's interest-free for a year. I mean, 32. Yeah, I am. I'm stupid. I think it's going to go a whole lot higher, and I'm willing to bet on it. And I think the days of it staying cheap are winding down. And I think we're going to see a GameStop moment. I think these hedge funds are going to get crushed, and they're not even going to know what happened. They're still trying to explain. Why is silver selling for $57? What kind of morons are buying it? It comes out of the ground. And they're going to make the argument of, look, it's slowing down. And then you get people like Sell. What's his name? Come on, who's gonna call the name before me in the comments? Jim. I got it. Jim Cramer too. Okay, Jim Cramer. You get guys like Jim Cramer coming out and saying, "Oh, only a fool's buying silver and gold. They should be buying this stock that's down 4% right now." Who knows? It's ridiculous. The guy's wrong more times than he's right, and it ain't just him. It's all these paid out people, paid out actors with their financial advisor licenses. Who's the other one? That religious guy. Ramsey. Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey. Oh, had a call in one day. "Hi, my name is so-and-so. So my husband recently thought silver would be a good investment. He put our entire $20,000 in savings into silver. And now silver pulled back, and it's only worth like $16,000. We're down 20% already." Oh, well, let me first start by saying anybody investing in silver really hasn't done their research. Silver is a horrible investment. It doesn't pay dividends. It doesn't do nothing for you. And it's just overall a bad investment. When you could put that money in a annuity or a IRA or maybe buy some government bonds and get your 6%, 4%, who knows, whatever that garbage is right now. Realistically, you're just going to lose money. Fast forward to today on Tsquare Talk, silver's up almost 90% for the year. And it's still looking like a great investment. And these fools are licensed financial advisors. They are licensed to give you financial advice. But anybody that homeschools themselves and educates themselves and does their own homework and their own research, they're not qualified to give any advice. So they have to start or put a comment in every video that says, "I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I'm classified by the government as a moron, not qualified to give you any advice. But I can give you my opinion." And my opinion is if you're buying silver, you're probably going to be in a pretty good spot. Man, I'm getting worked up already. Okay, jumping in. Vampire System was the last one that I read. Andy Chapman got the 7-to-1 mining ratio information from First Majestic Silver, CEO and president of Keith New. Okay, so I've heard of him. I actually heard of that person, Keith Neumeyer. I've listened to some of his talks. He is the CEO of a mining company, but I don't think he could give fake information. That could be his ratio, though, on top of that. I don't know if it's the overall world numbers or U.S. numbers. Have you ever seen a Hawaiian $10 bill? Yes. I actually just picked up a Hawaiian dollar bill where someone had it, and he asked me if I would be interested in it for like $8. I said, I'll take it for $8. It looks cool. Yeah, I knew what it was. It just says Hawaii on it. Basically, when we invaded Hawaii, I'm sorry, when we went to war and Hawaii got taken out during Pearl Harbor, they were afraid it was going to be invaded. So they swapped out all the money. They brought in new bills. They were all marked for Hawaii. And supposedly, all the money that got turned in Hawaii and replaced was burned and destroyed. And I've always thought that's a little convenient, because if I was the guy burning and destroying that money, who knows, someone along that lines might have had a bag fall off the truck and put it in a suitcase and take it back to the United States and say it was destroyed. Because unfortunately, we live in a corrupt world right now, so who knows. They still call me nuts. Oh yeah, they still will, and they will all the way up until they're begging for your help. And I've actually had someone call me nuts and then say, "Can I borrow $5,000?" You called me nuts, an idiot, and now you're asking me to borrow $5,000. I didn't even have to answer him, because someone else that was in the room basically said, "You would just call him an idiot for investing and a cheapskate for not wanting to spend his money on fun stuff. And now you're asking him to borrow money? Are you freaking stupid?" And so I just looked and I didn't say a word. He goes, "Let him answer, please." And I said, I don't really have it available right now. That was all I said. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I mean, it upset me a little. You're going to call me a nuts and an idiot, and then you're going to tell me, can I borrow $5,000? Wait till it hits 200. When it hits 200, yeah, they won't be calling you nuts. They'll be asking you for a loan. They will laugh at me when it's 300. Yeah, they'll be happy for you at 300. They'll want you to hook them up a little bit. Every dollar that you put in is then worth anywhere from $12 to $15, depending on when you bought in. Basically like taking $1 bills out of your wallet and turning them into 10s or 20s. And even if you're buying today and it goes to that, it's like every dollar bill you take out of your wallet, you're just magically turning it into a $5 bill. You could literally sell half of what you bought on the credit card right now and pay the credit card off and have the other half for free. And that's exactly what I thought about doing. I've thought about doing that, but here's the problem with that. I don't want to buy at these prices right now. So the money that I'm getting in for my retirement, instead of buying more silver with it, I'll just pay the credit card down. Because my original plan was, if I don't like the way the numbers look at the end of the year, I'm going to apply for a new credit card and say, I just want to do a debt consolidation. If you're willing to give me a credit card for 0% for 1 year, I would like to do a credit swap and take the money that I owe on this credit card and switch it over to your company. And at the end of the year, then you can charge me whatever interest rate you want. And that's really the way I was going to do it. And I've actually done this game before on credit with houses. Back when you could buy a house for $30,000, $40,000. You can't do that as much today, though. Well, you probably could, but they're going to be really beat to heck. You're not going to hurry up and be able to rent them. I diversified and bought silver miners. So a lot of people do like silver miners. I don't have any silver miners right now, only because it's too easy to manipulate silver miners. It's too easy to manipulate their stock. Just like what they did to GameStop, they tried manipulating it, and it wasn't until people realized that they were over manipulating it. It's hard to realize that a stock is being manipulated. Kramer finally said buy silver at $50 in 2011. Oh, I'll bet he friggin' did. And then he said it's a bad investment when it was 20. Sell your silver for what? Fiat? I convert fiat to silver. And that's kind of where I'm at, too. I'd rather just keep using my fiat dollars. Because this is the thing. Even if I sell it, I'm in a unique position because I could sell my silver right now and get $2 over spot. In my situation, because I know enough people that are buying, I have really pushed myself to help teach people. A lot of these people are buying right now. If I went to half the people in the room and I said, right now, I've got tubes of silver, I'll sell you for $1.50 over spot, mint condition, I'll bet you there would be at least 10 people in the room that would buy right now. Sell silver for what? Fiat? Okay, anyone investing in silver should seek professional help. I haven't heard that one yet, but I'm sure it will just be a matter of time. Enough people have said I should sell my silver now. I had one person tell me I should have sold at $50, and then when I called him up today and said, hey, it's $56, he's like, what? What is wrong with people? I just laughed. Let's see. Howdy, silver stacking crowd. 61 smart people watching. What? I wish we had 61 people. If there's 61 people in the room, someone confirm that, because I'm showing 40. And hopefully we got that many likes. Hopefully people are hitting that like button. If you're not subscribed and you're watching, please help me out, hit that subscribe button. I'm a little behind on comments, but I'm trying to catch up. My miners are up 450% in the past 2 years. Wow. You picked some good ones then, that's for sure. Yeah, the wrong advice. Definitely, if someone told you don't buy silver, I think they gave you the wrong advice. 8 is a steal. Yep. Complete steal on the Hawaii note. Yeah, I kind of thought it was a pretty good deal for $8. it's just paper, and I didn't look at it as $8. I was like, what the heck? It's kind of cool. Maybe I can find someone that will trade me a quarter ounce of silver for it later, or a half ounce if I'm lucky. Something you will never see. Maybe I'll find someone that will give me a silver $50 for it even. And they might, because people that stack silver, they look at money as silver. They truly do. When I get paid, I count out the money in silver. When I have someone say, hey, buy me lunch and I'll give you this coin, I'm looking at the silver. When I hear someone say, hey, will you come over and stack this firewood if I give you $100? I'm like, do I want to stack all that firewood for 2 ounces of silver? I can't even say that now, because you can't get 2 ounces of silver for it anymore. Soon it's going to be, hey, will you come over and work half the day stacking firewood and I'll give you enough to buy 1 ounce of silver? Because that's about what they're saying when they tell me something like that. It's going to get interesting. I traded 5 ounces of gold for platinum and Canadian maples yesterday. What do you think about this move? I think I would rather have silver instead of gold, but I'd rather have gold instead of platinum. Wish I had more dry powder to buy more silver. Janet Yellen. Great comment, Janet Yellen. Just the name, Janet Yellen. You're not the real Janet Yellen, are you? Yellen the felon? I'm just kidding. I'm guessing you're not real. I hope you ain't Janet Yellen, and I'm saying that disrespectfully. Let's see. But yeah, keep stacking. I think if you've got silver, you're going to do really well. We used to buy a quarter for $1. Now you're lucky if you can get a quarter for $8. I find them once in a while for $7. $7 is the magic number that I'm still buying at. I may have to up that a little bit as the price continues to climb. I might have to pay $8. But that's only because I'm trying to finish up my quarter tubes. Let's see. I can't say if you got a good deal on that, Yellen, because I don't know how many ounces of silver versus how many ounces of platinum. You said you gave up 5 ounces of gold. Well, 5 ounces of gold is $20,000. So I'm hoping you got a lot of silver and platinum for that. As many as you wanted. Accumulate. We used to buy, wow, that would have been so crazy buying them for, I don't think I've ever had them for $1. Let's see, the cheapest I remember buying silver dimes for was $1.50, which means the cheapest silver quarter would have probably been about $4.50-ish, $4, $4.50. I knew we would come out of the gates at 58. Yeah, I kind of thought we'd see a jump up. I said it in the video that we could see a little bit of a jump. Buy small developer for miners. Much harder to manipulate, and leverage is incredible without a margin. Yeah, be careful buying anything on margin right now. Alan, I'm here. How's it going, Alan? Hope you're having a great night. We got somebody says 74 watching. How am I showing 40? Someone, can I please get, okay. Can someone please, did I just lose my chat? Someone, can I get a couple people to confirm how many people are actually watching this? A couple different people. Mine says 75 watching, because you can see mine in the top corner. It says 40. If I got 70 people watching, that is phenomenal. Hopefully some of these people are subscribing to the channel. That's what I'm after, is building up subscribers, maybe get a couple new members so we can do something awesome for our free silver event in December. I see 78. I have 74. So my number must just be jacked at 40. Top fan. Let me look at this real quick. Top fans. Top fans. Oh. I got to see. Oh, that's Silver Cobra. Top fans, we got Pilo sitting in number 1. We got Silver Cobra sitting in number 2. And Mr. Happy Stacker in 3rd place. So thank you all for watching. Plus, okay, now we're going... Okay, this is still showing 37. Mine must cap or something. Because everybody's saying, yeah, they're all confirming 70-something watching. So we're seeing the watchers go up. That's a good thing. Consider becoming a member for only $1.99. Take a shot at winning some really cool free silver. If we can get up to 100 members in December, I will give different tier prizes depending on the tier of membership that you have. That would be pretty cool. With Obsessed fans having a shot at a gram of gold. That's a guarantee. If we get to 100 members, I will give Obsessed fans a shot at winning a gram of gold if they are the winner. I will give Super fans a shot at winning an awesome certified coin. Not a funnel web spider, something with a higher premium like an eagle or something really cool. And even if you're just a basic fan for $1.99, I can't thank you enough because there's more of you than there are of them. And you'll have a shot at winning an ounce of silver in December. We do this every month. Don't think it's something new. Every month we do some sort of a free silver event where you have a shot at winning something cool. That's mostly what these live streams are. As you can see, we did the November one, we did an October one, a September, August, July, June, May, April. We do it every month where someone gets to be a lucky winner. So definitely please consider that. We haven't had anybody become a new member tonight. We did have one person upgrade their membership so they could take a shot at winning something a little better. Real quick, catching up on the comments. Nope. Chat here says 74, 70, 76, 69, 76. So it's got to be mine. You can see what mine says. Mine's stuck on 40 at the top corner. 71, 76. Silver Cobra, number 2, saying 3,064. I wish. That would be pretty phenomenal. 76. Refresh. Very volatile tonight. We're seeing the price of silver moving around. I saw earlier silver swing an entire $1 up after the opening. Yeah, we're going to start seeing more and more volatility take place, I think. I think that's inevitable, and we'll see how that plays out. If anybody is a member and they'd like to consider gifting a membership to a random person, you can. It's only 1 month that it's being gifted. It will charge you either $1.99 or $4.99. I don't know. I think it depends what level your membership is. So if you want to, maybe throw someone a free membership, you can, and it will automatically be someone that is in the chat room chatting. So if you're in the room watching and you haven't said nothing, put a little period in there. Become a recruiter. Someone can donate one membership for 1 month for one low price of either $1.99 or $4.99. If you do donate a membership, say it so we can thank you. You can be the official recruiter. Let's see. Continuing on. I see 76 watching, 60 likes. Nice. 76 watching with 60 likes. 16 of you need to hit that like button. I know it's you. If you're watching, nice. Let's see. Upgraded membership to an Obsessed fan. Reckless Collection. You got 2 upgrades tonight. You actually went from a fan to, I don't even know how that works when you upgrade. I rarely ever see that. But I will put your name on the top of the list once we end that. Definitely for December, you'll have a shot at winning. If we get to 100 members, you will have a shot at winning a gram of gold. Right now, we're at 76 members. Over the course of the month, I would think we can get 24 people to do $1.99. And it's a guarantee. If we get to 100 members, you will have a shot at a gram of gold. The winner, if they're an Obsessed fan, they're walking away with gold this month. It's the end of the year. It's Christmas. I mean, I got to give a little. Got to give a little back. I can't be too cheap. And who knows? I may even do a couple events, maybe. I don't know. I wanted to do something special by the end of the year, but I didn't make my quota what I wanted to. I wanted to be at 20,000 subs. I thought I would hit 20,000 subs for a huge giveaway by the end of the year, or by February, my birthday giveaway. How many of y'all remember when I gave away 15 ounces of silver? Some of them were donated by people that watched the channel. 15 ounces of silver for my birthday giveaway a year and a half ago. That was a fun event. And they were all Tsquare Talk certified. We ended up ordering up some NGC holders, made up some special labels. A couple of y'all have them. They were pretty cool. That was a fun event. I enjoyed it. It took all night to give that stuff away. Let's see. People are selling Bitcoin and buying precious metals. That's actually what I think a lot of people are doing. 73 watching right now. Is that $1.99 a month? It is, but you can cancel at any time. So for those of you that don't know, the membership deal, you can become a member for $1.99 a month, but you can cancel in a month from now. All you got to do is just submit a cancellation form. It's not even a form. You just click a button, cancel, and boom, you're canceled. That's all done through YouTube. Some people will. They'll just become a member for the big event, and then they'll cancel their memberships. Most people, though, once they become a member, they enjoy the event so much that they stay with it, and they try to move up, and they get their comments sent right to my phone, and they get... It's a pretty good deal. A lot of people... it's rare that I see people cancel their memberships. It's harder to get people to start becoming a member and give it a try, because once they give it a try, they usually stay with it. Let's see. I got 69 maples for each 1 ounce of gold. Pre-64 quarters at 40 to $1. So $10 a quarter. Face. MS70 Platinum Eagle for $120 over spot price. It's an absolute steal. Yeah, I mean, people like platinum. I know a lot of subscribers like it. I don't generally buy platinum a whole lot, but I don't buy any platinum, but I have been offered it a couple times. Now it's 73 watching, 71 likes. If you're behind on the viewers, you might be behind on silver. It might have to hit $60. It might have already hit $60. And you wouldn't know it. I think I'm pretty accurate on the silver because I keep refreshing that chart. I'm sure somebody would have already commented a bunch of stuff if silver had jumped up there. Where did that go? Hold on, come back here. Okay. Know it. 73 watching reminds me of the crime of 1873 Bill Steele document. Bill Steele document. I'll have to look that up. I don't even know what that is. You reached 100 members. Donate something nice as well. Definitely. I'll do something nice. There will be something really good. I might put the 87 certified Silver Eagle in there. We get to 100. I'm going to give some good prize options. What's your record for a live stream? I think my record is like 90. I think my record is 90, but that was when I was live streaming every day. I mean, I didn't do videos in the morning. I just live streamed every night. But if you're live streaming every night, people tuned in every night to watch it. And I did it earlier. I did it like 7 o'clock at night. Yeah, so I think I've never hit 100 ever. I've had 100 thumbs up before, but that's because people come in, they hit the thumbs up, and they leave. I've never had 100 people actively watching at one time. So definitely, what are we at? If we hit 80, comment. Someone say 80. If we hit 90, somebody say 90. Let's see, $57.50 spot. Reckless Collections turned into an obsessed fan. Upgraded the membership. Gold. Definitely. It would be really cool to hit the gold. We're only, I think, 24 members away. If we get 24 members to join, it's there. And I'm going to do my part. I'm going to live stream multiple times this month. to try to grow the members. But I'm hoping we're going to get at least a couple new members tonight. Maybe I'll start mentioning it more in my channel in the morning video. In fact, that's what I'll do. I'll mention it in the morning, and I'll even announce when it will be by. And then I'll show the gifts. If I show the gifts, people might be more apt to. Yeah, it's about that. Mr. Slimy can only hold it back. Yep. Very little slammy action. So, yeah, it's going to be hard for them to slam the price down at this point. It's getting some momentum behind it. And keep in mind, sometimes during the day, when the day opens, we see another big jump. Walks with me, we are going to have a wild week. Do you think they're going to try to rug pull around 3 a.m.? Oh, yeah. I mean, they're going to think about it. When do you try to beat the price down? You try to beat the price down when everybody's asleep. And that's exactly what I think they'll do. 3 or 4 a.m., that's typically the time that they try to drop it some. But keep in mind, there are entities on right now watching, and they're buying this stuff up. They know where this is going. JC4321, don't know. Seems they're working overtime. They definitely are trying to bring it down. Pilo, number 1. Just to keep it below 60. Yeah, once we pop 60, I mean, we could see a crazy run up. Let's see, Pilo. I had to have started watching just after that event because I had been a member for about a year. They usually take it down right before the London opens. They have to start low to keep it from getting away from them like it has been anyway. Yeah, that's actually true. I had to start watching. Yeah, some people, during the events, people want to become members because they see the wheel. They see the wheel. They know they're going to have a chance at winning something that night. And that's usually the night that more people become members. People don't want to do it. There are some people that their membership drops off and they don't want to refresh their membership until the day of the giveaway because they want to maximize their days. And yeah, I think they will probably try to slam it in the middle of the night a little bit, but I don't think it's going to help them. I think crypto was invented to dilute the options of where people can invest their money and divert from precious metals. Absolutely. Think about it. When crypto was invented, it was invented when silver hit an all-time high and gold hit an all-time high. That's when they invented it. It came out. And what happens? You get people that are using the same arguments of gold and silver on crypto. Oh, it's a way to divert away from the dollar. Yeah, well, so ain't gold and silver. Oh, it's a limited quantity. Gold and silver can't say it's a limited quantity. They can always pull more out of the ground. That's BS. I mean, technically, Bitcoin is not limited quantity, technically, because they can break down a Bitcoin into astronomical. But then again, they can do that with gold too. But what are you going to do? Buy a thousandth of a Bitcoin for some large amount of money? I don't think so. I think people are waking up. They're seeing precious metals go up, and they're saying, I don't want to hold crypto anymore. I want to get out of crypto. I should have been buying silver and gold all along. But they made some money off it. They're holding. And right now, when we looked at this last, we were at 87,180. We're going to refresh. And now we're at 86,677, down 4.5%. Jumping up, we look at silver sitting at $58.19 on the futures, continuing the rise, up almost 2%. A good chance we will move into the 5th place spot before the week's out. And here's what a lot of people haven't noticed. Alphabet and Microsoft have been closing in on each other. So there's a possibility that when silver passes one, it might pass both of them in the same day, if not the same couple days. And then take a look at the next one. The next one is only, 300 billion away? And then boom, we pass Apple. and then another 1.5 billion or 1.6 billion, and we pass NVIDIA. And it doesn't help that NVIDIA is falling. The AI is starting to slowly go down. So, I mean, here's the thing. These NVIDIA, Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft, they might start coming down towards us while we're going up faster. That's when it's going to really get exciting. Let's see. Scrolling through. I know you have gotten 2 new members this live stream. Nope. I don't think so. The same person upgraded twice. So right here, Obsessed Fan, he upgraded his, see how it says upgrade membership to Obsessed Fan, Reckless Collection, and Reckless Collection upgraded right here. So Reckless Collection was so happy that he was a fan, he upgraded to a super fan, and then he upgraded to an Obsessed Fan. So we didn't gain any new members. Now subscribers, well, that says became a member, but that's actually incorrect. That might be why it's not upgraded, because that's from last night. Oh no, that is from tonight, because that was Pilo's $2 super chat earlier, just wanting the #1 crown, and I think he's still got it. Yep, he's still got it. So yeah, no, we didn't have any. Now subscribers might have had a couple subscribers, but I won't see that until tomorrow morning. New subscribers. I'm hoping that everybody watching this has hit the subscribe button. Even if, I'll be honest, even if you're not interested in the channel, help me out. I'm trying to gain subscribers. I'm willing to do this however long it takes to try to meet my goal at this point, especially because it's the end of the month and I procrastinated all month to get my views. Now I'm trying to get them on the last day. It's like cramming for a test. Let's see. Don't know. It seems like they're working overtime. Check. Okay, here we go. PT will outperform gold, but not silver. In my platinum will outperform gold, but not silver, in my opinion. Maybe. I personally think nothing will out. But well, no. I'm sorry. Let me reword that. I think you might have said that exactly right. You're not saying that. You're saying platinum will outperform gold, but it will not outperform silver. I can kind of agree with that. I don't think anything is going to outperform silver at this point. I should have bought platinum when it had the big drop. Then I could have traded it for silver. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, what did you buy in its instead? I mean, because silver's been outperforming everything. Let's see, photography. Boomers at Coin Show talked to me about gold revaluation, but why would the U.S. do that and enrich the BRICS? So that's actually that's a really good comment. Right now, the BRICS countries, it would appear that they are all buying up gold and silver. And if the United States does revalue the price of gold, that would drastically make those countries richer, but it would also make us richer if we have the gold. However, what would be the purpose of doing that? I agree. I know they're going to say if we do that, then we can borrow more money. Quite frankly, we don't need to borrow more money. We need to pay our bills. At some point, people need to live responsibly and start cutting spending. And all these people that are getting through the holidays buying crap they don't need, they're going to learn the hard way when the bill comes due. David, just subscribe. Thank you so much, David. I really do appreciate that. I can't thank you enough for that. We're trying to grow our subscriber base. If we get enough subscribers tonight, we see a jump in subscribers today, I may start doing live streams again in the evening. And I still do my videos in the morning. But yeah, I totally understand. Why would they want to revalue? There's not really anything in their behalf that gives them an edge. What they should want to do, though, is print extra money and buy a bunch of gold off the market. Buy a bunch of silver off the market. Buy a bunch of copper off the market. Start buying these precious metals. Start buying assets. And here's the downside. We get someone new in 4 years and all of a sudden they piss it away. I hate to say it like that. It upsets me when I think about it because that's essentially what they do. They get someone in for 4 years that does a good job, and then they probably get someone in that will mess stuff up. And it's almost inevitable. Let's see. This channel should be called How Many Subs Do I Have? See ya. Luke, thank you so much. Hopefully you hit the subscribe button before you left. I really do thank you. That's pretty much what tonight is about. I'll be honest. Anybody watching right now, I don't usually do live streams. If I didn't get a low count from YouTube that said that I was under my watch time and at risk of essentially being demonetized, then I probably wouldn't be doing a live stream right now. Only because I did a live stream last night. So I'm just doing this just to try to boost my watch time and try to boost my numbers before the month comes to an end. And I should not have procrastinated until the last day of the month to do it. That's just how it is, though. I never subscribed to anything. I just did for you. Thank you so much, Tyler. I appreciate that. I'm hoping Luke did, too, before he left. But, hey, I could always change my name. How many subs do I got? That might be a niche for a future channel. How many subs do I have? And have everybody just comment how many subs each day. Let's see. They are just revaluing the dollar, not the gold. Absolutely. They're trying to come up with ways to figure it out, to figure out how to essentially cheat the people. All they can do is just print more money, and eventually we're going to be left holding the bag, and that kind of bums, but it is what it is. And then they'll come out with, hey, this is for the good. We're resetting the money. It's a new system. Honestly, I think they'll just fully debase the money, demonetize. I shouldn't say demonetize, and I shouldn't really say debased. I think they'll revalue the dollar. That's the proper wording. I think they'll revalue the dollar. You might have to turn in $100 of the old ones to get $10 of the new one, or 10-to-1 ratio, and literally cut 90% of the money out instantly. And then they'll be printing new dollars, and those new dollars will be worth a whole lot more than the old dollars. And here's the thing. Silver ain't going to come down. I mean, it might come down a little, but I don't even think it will come down a little. The government could just print dollars, but the debt. So here's the thing. They don't even have to print dollars. I mean, they have a platinum law now that they could just make a platinum coin for $1 trillion coin. And hey, here you go. We're going to give you $1 trillion. We'd like our change back, please. That would be interesting if they did that, but they would severely be ruining everything with the dollar. Thank you for the thoughtful response to my bricks question. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting what happens, and you're absolutely right on that question. Because bricks are the ones that have been buying all the gold. They're giving us paper, we're giving them gold. I mean, what we're doing as stackers, we're getting rid of our fiat dollars, and we're buying precious metals because we know what's going on. If gold is revalued, I assume that people will accept worthless paper for the gold. The U.S. can print all they want. It doesn't matter to the government. If they have to give $4,000 or $20,000 to convince you, essentially, to sell. That is a true statement, too. A lot of people, I mean, how many people do you know right now that have sold their silver under 50? I can count 20 people that I know personally, not counting YouTube, that have sold after they got in. They got in as low as, some of them as low as $20. and they look at it now at 30 and they sold, at 40 and they sold, 50 and they sold. A lot of the people that I got in are slowly getting out now because they think this is it. I will be honest with you. If an ounce of gold was $20,000, I think I would be selling some of mine. I hate to say that. I know some people out there, you sell out. But I would instantly take those dollars and try to buy my forever home. My forever home. I want 10-acre minimum. I want some sort of a water source on there, maybe a pond that collects rainwater. I would set it up. I'd also drill a deep water well if the place didn't have it. I would have a couple of trailers on it or log cabin. No, I shouldn't say log cabins. That makes it sound ritzy. A couple of small dwellings. And I would have one nice dwelling for myself. And I would have cows, pigs, bees, sheep, chickens. And I would be talking more about homestead and how we are living the good life because we had the foresight to invest in precious metals. And even at $20,000 gold, it's still probably a good investment because eventually paper is going to be worthless. It always has and it always will. But I would not change my precious metals just to get paper to put it in a bank. I'd have to be able to get something. But I expect when that day comes too, there'll be a lot of people losing their homes to banks. And I may not even have to sell the gold to anybody. The bank may say, hey, you got this many ounces of gold. You know what? We'll give it to you for that. And we're happy with the gold. Special thank you. Someone upgraded them. Dufam, I haven't even seen you in forever, bro. I wondered where you were last night. Upgraded your membership to an obsessed fan. Thank you so much. Can't thank you enough for that. Now we got 5 obsessed fans. If we get to 100 members, I'm going to give away a piece of gold as one of the obsessed fan options. And I will do a video actually this week, I think, about it. And I'm going to try to promote the memberships by doing some extra live videos this week. Let's see, where were we? Interesting cast. I might have lost my spot or I fell behind on that. Thank you for your thoughtful response. Paper. When you hold Bitcoin / crypto in the past, did you do cold storage or just keep it on a CEX? So no, I didn't do cold storage. I've never owned Bitcoin, but I have owned crypto, and honestly, I just had it through regular trading platforms like Robinhood and what was the other Coinbase one? New Marshall, thank you so much for being an obsessed fan. 14 months. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So yeah, I stored mine in Coinbase, in Robinhood, and a few other things. Tonight is still an interesting live cast. Yeah, a lot of people like it. Like I said, it's because I'm behind. I should have been paying attention to what my watch time was for the month, and I wasn't. And then by the time I realized it, I might get slapped for it a little bit. But I don't know, because a couple people said I'm not at 40. Mine is showing that I got 40 people watching, but a lot of people said they saw 70 people watching earlier. One person might have made a mistake, but 20 people did not make a mistake. So I think I've got more than I think I got more than enough watch time now, probably. I am trying to upgrade get people to do memberships. Like I said, if we get to 100 members, I will give options for the prizes this month. Guaranteed, the obsessed fans will have a shot at winning gold, a gram of gold. Someone estimated that at $150. I will give super fans an option of a certified ounce of silver. Maybe a certified eagle, maybe a Libertad, something nice. And regular fans, I will give an option of an ounce of silver. Hoping we get some new fans. We've had a few people, ironically, upgrade their memberships. I think we had like 4 people upgrade their memberships, but nobody did new memberships. So there are no new members yet tonight. I've been watching specifically to see it go up. I had kind of hoped we'd go up like a couple members, new members. Let's see. I heard, okay, tonight's still an interesting cast. Okay, here we go. I heard once and once only that the Treasury has printed new dollars. You would think that if they are true, it would be leaked of the new dollar design. Okay, so I've heard this too, but I haven't seen anything to confirm it. I've heard rumors that new currency will be coming out. It's actually factual that they are planning on redoing all the change over the next 4 years. We're getting rid of the penny. We're redoing the nickel, the dime, the quarter. That has been confirmed with new designs, but not bills. I have not heard bills yet. No, I take that back. I did hear something in an article. I'll see if I can pull that article up in a minute. I started stacking in February around $28, and my local coin shop thought I was crazy when I told him $64 by the end of the year. And that I still wouldn't sell. I would go back into that coin shop and say, do you still think I'm crazy? I think you should give me a deal on an ounce of silver for saying 64, and we're almost there. And if you don't give me a deal, I think you should tell me you'll give me a deal if we hit $64 by the end of the year. On 1 ounce deal, or some really cool deal. Let's see. Investments need to be sold to take profits unless it's pure savings, emergency money, which is what mine is. Okay, so maybe investments, but what do you define? If you buy an investment and it goes up 20% in a year, and it's still looking like it will go up another 20% next year, and then it's still looking like it will go up another 20% the year after, you don't have to sell your investments. I mean, but so I don't think of silver as not an investment because I'm not selling. I will sell my silver if a magic number comes up and I find the right deal on a homestead that I'm looking for. Or someone decides they want to sell their house with all the contents, and that person knows who I'm talking about. Maybe he'll even take silver for it. Who knows? Let's see. Luckily, when I sold my car, it was right about $53. It was the day after it hit 54, the first time. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people sold in that time frame. Okay, DoFam. Thank you so much for upgrading your membership to Obsessed Fan. Can't thank you enough. Would you have an auto pew nest on top of your building? Would I? How do you know I already don't? No, I'm just kidding. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think. I think you could set one up pretty easy if you wanted to. And here's the thing: my dream house is up in the mountains underground. If I had my dream house, I've always wanted a house in the side of a mountain. Why? It's kind of hidden. It's kept cool. When I lived up in Maine, there was 2 houses in my town that they were both built underground. When you talk to the owner, they would tell you, my house is so energy efficient, it's unbelievable. They said that their AC is cheap, their heating is cheap. When they start a little fire in their living room with their little wood stove fire pit, it just popped out a hole in the ground above, and that was it. They actually had a side entrance on the side of the hill, so it wasn't totally underground. It had one wall facing out. A lot of things you could do. Tsquare. I will get the last laugh on platinum. So hold on. Oh, whoa. I'm not knocking platinum. Let me be clear on that. Anybody that thinks that I don't think platinum is a good investment, that is not what I say. I simply am looking for the best investment for myself this year. I've said from the beginning of the year, I think number 1 will be silver. Number 2 will be gold. As of right now, platinum and gold, I think, are pretty well tied. Silver is number 1. I'm not knocking platinum in any way. I think platinum will do very well, along with everything else, except for certain types of assets labeled in pink. Let's see here real quick. What are we at? 86,440. Continuing to drop down almost 5% right now, 4.72. So yeah, I'm not knocking platinum at all. New Marshall, thank you for being a member for 14 months. An obsessed fan, top of the list. Let's see. I agree, T. Selling any metals is crazy to me unless you convert the fiat immediately into real estate or another tangible asset. If not converted quickly, you will start losing your purchasing power, and everything you've done will be for nothing. I would agree with that 100%, Sean. Thank you so much for that great comment. Cold storage is imperative. Yeah, I've heard that before from a lot of people because they can't steal your keys if you've got it in cold storage. Let's see. Howdy, T. Hope you're having a great night, EMO. The Fish Keeper, how are you? I'm doing great. Trying to boost up my watch time tonight, trying to get some likes, trying to get a couple people to become members, trying to increase subscribers. I think I'm going to try to focus hard this month. It's finally cooling off a little. Let's see. Luckily, I've been buying every chance I get, so I only got rid of half of my stack. Absolutely. Yeah, don't get rid of it. You don't have to get rid of it. Don't get rid of it, in my opinion. Let's see. You've never seen precious metals lose value. Silly. So, I think most of us have seen precious metals lose value, but I'm actually going to talk about that. I like that comment. So, a lot of us have seen precious metals go down, but we usually see it go down in a manipulative way. They manipulate the price down. Go lay down. Go. We see it go down in a manipulated way. It doesn't hold forever. And we see downs that look like this. Oh, the price was $54 and now it's down to $48. What kind of moron buys precious metals? And then all of a sudden we see a pop back up, and then all of a sudden a pop back up. Now, yeah, let's zoom out. Let's be fair, and let's zoom all the way out. Take a look at this. We had a slow climb, and then we had a huge spike, all the way to $47. What caused the price to plunge? Some people say it was artificially manipulated by the Hunt brothers. I think the Hunt brothers were a scapegoat because at the same time, all of a sudden, they changed the rules, and them rule changes, making it to where people couldn't hold what they really wanted to hold, caused it to plunge, and then it pops back up, and then it plunges even lower, pops up, plunges lower, pops up, plunges lower. And then you also have to understand what was going on in the early 80s. Inflation was rampant. Fast forward, people seen the writing on the wall in the early 2000s. There is too much debt. Banks are in trouble. And boom, banks are in trouble. Price comes down. All of a sudden, silver and gold just pops up. It comes down. Never really came back down to where it was, though. But it did come down. In fact, it came all the way down during cough to $11. And then, all of a sudden, if you push anything down artificially, the price pops up. I think we are at the price popping up. Question people have to understand. Yes, we could see a pullback. I'm not going to tell you don't convert your money, but what are you going to convert your silver to? Are you going to convert your silver to paper? We know factually they are printing more and more paper. And as they print more and more paper, everything is going up in price. I had someone call me up today complaining about the price of hamburger and spaghetti. He's like, what the heck, dude? Hamburger's up $2 a pound for hamburger meat? Spaghetti's up 60 cents a box? Okay. If you're watching, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me, and hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. So yeah, prices could come down, but if they come down, what are you going to put your money into? I mean, I certainly don't want to invest my money in just holding money in the bank. I'm not. They've cheated us long enough. My son, when he was born, got given savings bonds. When he turned 21, I said, hey, you're an adult now. You want to cash them in, cash them in. I thought they were stupid investments in the beginning. And he's like, what did they pay for him? I said, it looks to me like they paid $1,000 or $1,500 for them. And what are they worth now? I said about $2,400. They didn't even double in value. I think they might have paid $1,000 and they were worth $18 or some crazy number. All I remember is they didn't double. He looked at me and he said, man, could they have bought in silver back then? I said, they could have, but they didn't because they didn't know. And if they had bought in silver in 2000, they would have been buying silver. It was technically 2004. They would have been buying silver for $6 an ounce. And they would have rode it all the way up to 50, and then they would have rode it all the way back down to 11, and he probably would have still had it, and now it would be up to 57.20. So yeah, I mean, we could see it come down, but at the end of the day, I'd have to have something else to hold. I want to hold something. Precious metals is money, in my opinion. You want to live in a gold mine. Sweet. Yeah, I would love to live in a gold mine. In fact, I was watching an exciting video. I don't know how many of you guys ever watch these videos like Go Navy, Go Military, and they make it look like... I've watched a video on joining the Navy, and they made it look so cool and fun. I said, man, it wasn't nothing like that when I was in. I wish I was still in. And then after that, I ended up seeing a video on the Air Force. And I was like, oh my word, the marketing. Then I watched a video on going into the oil business, as in working for the oil refineries and stuff, and the oil offshore rigs and stuff, and how great it is. And I was like, man, I did that too, and it didn't seem that fun. And then I watched a video on the mines, working the mines. Oh, we work 12 hours a day. We make good money. We only work 7 days. We work 7 days a week, but we still get, I don't know, like 7 on and 3 off or something, and then back and forth or whatever. And I mean, they made it look awesome. They showed the meals. These guys are eating tomahawk steaks. They're not paying for it. They're playing golf on their off time. And I mean, they made it look great. They were just kind of, in my opinion, I would love to work in a gold mine, live in a gold mine. Okay, moving on. The silver I bought from my first job out of high school was in 1987. It didn't regain its purchasing power until 2005. And here's where you went wrong on that. I've got to say, Matt, and don't take this the wrong way. You bought when the price was falling. You should have been buying every week, a little bit more. You could have been buying, you said 87. So let's see what silver was in 87. Okay, so you bought after it already came down quite a bit. Let's just say you bought at 87. You bought at $7 an ounce. And you did not recoup your money, you said, until 2005. Let's see if that's accurate real quick, because I always like to check. And that is accurate. Okay, so I believe that. I believe your story. But you could have been dollar cost averaging all this time when it was down to $4. You could have been picking it up. Now your stack would be way bigger than it was with the little bit of money you made out of high school, and you could have rode this wave up. And you would have been devastated if it hit 50 and then came back down with all that you had, because you would have been a millionaire essentially. By 2011, you would have been a millionaire, and you would have probably cashed out your position. As I can tell you, if I'm ever a millionaire, I'm cashing out. I'm cashing out. I'm buying a ranch. I'm buying a bunch of cows. I'm buying sheep. I'm planting a garden. I am going all in on the life that I want. and I'm not looking back. And if silver ever comes down again, then I'll start buying again. And I'll be converting those cows and those chickens into ounces of silver. But chances are it'll be real money. At that point, I don't think we'll see some devastating. We are getting into, when I look at this chart and I see these straight lines up and I see this straight line up, we are definitely getting up there. But I don't think $60 is crazy. I really don't. Not when I look at prices of other stuff from 1987. 1987, I mean, you could go and get a Happy Meal for, what, $1.50, $2? You go get a value meal for next to nothing. Now you go to Whataburger and you're going to pay $15 to $20 for a meal. It's crazy. And it didn't regain it until 2005. So I understand the frustration there. I really do. How is that digital gold doing? It's down. It's taken a devastating hit. Digital gold right now, we haven't refreshed it in a little while, so let's refresh it again real quick. 86,300, down almost 5%. We'll hit 5% before this video is over, down 5%. And I think we will probably retest that 79,000. Maybe not tonight, but I think it's coming. Let's see, checking through here. Huge opportunity cost. And when I say regained, I mean normal, not inflation adjusted. You're right. You're right. I agree with that. Keep in mind, though, they have made it to where they can manipulate the silver price with short ETF positions. People can short blindly. They can put as many ounces for sale as they want and essentially settle in cash or bankrupt. AG47. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. It's another metal. I haven't done any research on that metal. I'll have to look it up later. Try to catch up on some of these comments. Please hit that subscribe button if you're watching. Someone, if you can, in the comments, go ahead and let me know how many viewers we have right now. Go. Planning to be a member next month. The join button, ? One LCS shop owner has hounded me for my platinum. People don't want to sell it, and it's actually hard to find. Palladium even more. The white metals. That's a possibility. Some people, I hear a lot of people in the comments talking about platinum. I don't like it. I don't know people that buy it, but a lot of the people that I talk with are people that get their information from me. And so naturally, if I don't buy it, they don't buy it. I hate to say it like that. Planning on becoming a member next month. I appreciate it. It's never been a better time to become a member. Especially if we get to 100 members, you definitely want to be a member then, because I'm going to put up some amazing prizes. I'm actually going to do a video on that in the next couple days, I think. Don't get me wrong, this looks like a bull run, but when production gets back in the pipelines after substantials have been made, it'll reside. And you're right. I think if they can up, but here's the thing, it takes years to get production back up, and it's not easy to get it. And if oil price goes up, which oil price is not heavily up right now, I'll say that hurts a little bit. If oil prices are going up, then silver prices definitely be going up, because it costs oil to get silver, to get gold. Okay, Matt, so your silver has still done better than the dollar, especially since 1987. No, well, no, I would have to kind of counter that. I see where he's coming from. He bought at I won't say a high, but it was a high in that time period, and it took a while. So here's the thing. If you bought an ounce of silver for $50 and it took 10 years for that $50 ounce of silver to get back to $50, it didn't matter if you had the ounce of silver for $50 or if you had the $50, both of which are still just $50. So I can see where Matt's coming from on that, but it's the years after. that really changed the game for silver. There was time periods. I mean, if someone tells me that they bought silver in 1980 and they had it earlier in the year, I would say, yeah, that stings. I mean, you could have bought in all this time. You just happened to buy at that one point all time. He didn't take, though, the specific time. The time that he bought, that he said he bought it, he didn't say a time that it was extremely high. When I think someone is BSing me, they tell me, I bought it in 1980 when silver was $50. And literally, 40 years later, it's still worth less. I mean, that to me is BS. They're taking extreme points. He didn't take an extreme point. I mean, he bought his silver at $7, and it got back up to $7 in 2005. But he's up a lot more now at $7 if he kept it, because now, I mean, you're coming up on a 10x move in 45 years. Well, 10x in 45 years, that's a pretty good return. So I mean, but if you think it's going to pull back, I mean, anything's possible. So let's see here. Yes, better than the dollar. I don't even know. Like I said, $50 is $50. It would have done even better in most time frames. Yeah, you. That's why I say you didn't say a time frame that was the worst, but you didn't pick the best time frame either. T is ringing doorbells tonight. That's my chair. It's squeaking. It's squeaking because I'm on the edge of it. I'm not supposed to be sitting on the edge like this, but that's why. Silver Stacks. I was trying to put in a joke, but my fat fingers can't type. I was trying to read something, see what that comment was, but I don't know. Let's see. Ricardo, holds till next year, and if you don't gain 10%, then sell. But you won't. It'll keep going up. Yeah, I think it's going to keep going up too. I figured Reagan had destroyed the dollar then. Somehow they've been able to keep it going. Share my thoughts always. This time it'll break. I've been wrong this far. I think it's going to keep going up. I mean, I see where you're coming from. There's a lot of people that are disappointed that it hasn't gone up as long as they've been holding it. And here's the thing. The room could be full of naysayers down the road. If all of a sudden we see silver get plunged back down to 20, there'll be a lot of sour people in the room, but there'll also be a lot of buyers in the room. I'll be buying if it gets pulled back down. They'll wipe out the supply. There won't be any silver to buy. I'm not convinced. If silver goes down to 20 or some crazy thing happens, people will buy it up. There's too much money in the system now. Good one. I share the last name with one letter. Scottish Irish. Okay. Almost caught up on comments too. I guess that might be a good time to wrap up if we get to the caught up. Same here with little ditch thrown in. Not purchasing power, price. Yeah, I'm looking at price. I mean, everything is down if purchasing power. I did continue buying, referring to the silver I bought. Okay, so then you've done really well then. If you kept buying, I mean, yeah, you might have had ounces that you didn't recoup, but you've done very well, I'm sure. Tampering with finance stories. Nothing wrong with that. They're good to have stories to talk about because, I mean, there are a lot of people that haven't been in that long. But if you're sharing a story that you bought out of high school in 1987, that means no. You would have been born probably around 69, 70, or 71. You would have been born. I was going to say, well, you were around during 64, but that was before your time by about 10 years. About 5 to 8 years. So, but you probably still had silver in the money back then when you were growing up. I was born in 78, and I remember when I was a kid getting some $50 and they were all silver. So there were people. I wish someone had educated me on that stuff instead of just saying, "Oh, I'll give you $1 a piece for them," and my ass sold them. Let's see. Rule of 72. If you want your money to double in 10 years, it would take 7.2% interest annually. That's a good rule. I like that. I'm going to have to remember that. If you want your money to double in 10 years, you need 7% interest. We're more than getting that on silver this year. Absolutely, T. Silver can't go low. I don't think it can go too low, because if it goes too low, people will buy it up. Yes, I've done very well. At 8%, your money doubles in 9 years. Nice. Except we're running almost 100% on silver this year. That means everything that I've bought in prior to this year has almost doubled in value. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. Our savings accounts, or our true nest egg in silver, is growing rapidly. And I've been doing videos now for 8 years. So I've been talking about not just silver, though. I mean, I started out talking about different stuff, and then prepping, and then this and that, couponing, which didn't take off. Nobody was interested in couponing. I thought that was pretty interesting. Doing videos of going to the grocery store, getting $200-300 worth of groceries for $1. I always thought that was cool. And I love watching those type of videos, but they didn't take off on the channel. Silver has a good following, so we'll see how it plays out. With that being said, last chance if anybody would like to become a member. We're going to wrap up here, I think. We've been on for almost 3 hours. Nice break. If the video does well, I've already uploaded tomorrow morning's video. Some great information on that. I may do another live stream, a couple live streams throughout the week. I don't want to wait until the end of the month. If I keep my monetization from YouTube, I will be extremely happy. I will catch it by the skin of my teeth. So be sure and check out some of my other great videos. And those of you that are on here watching, someone said 41, so I'm guessing when they looked it was 41 people watching. I don't know how many people are watching right now. Hopefully everybody hit the thumbs up button. Hopefully everybody hit the subscribe button. I'll see. It takes a couple hours to load, and then I can finally see how many people subscribed. See if I can see something right here. Just checking something real quick. See if it says how many people are watching right here. Views, it says 320, but that's not actually 320 on right now. 47 people watching is what it says here. So I guess that 41 was pretty accurate. 98%, 97 likes, 1 dislike. I can already tell you who that was, because he said, hey, we should rename the channel. How many members I got? How many subscribers I got? People got to understand, I don't do a lot of live streams. I only did a live stream tonight just to try to boost up my count so YouTube doesn't wake me up tomorrow with that you've been demonetized. And if they do, they do. It ain't the end of the world. Silver pulling down a little bit, but still over 57. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the middle of the night. A couple people said at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., we're going to see a rug pull. We could see it come down a little bit in the middle of the night, but I think there will be people that will be buying once the market's open. Rest easy tonight. Made it to the end. Good night. Thank you so much. And you closed out the end, Sean, in 3rd place. Conrad in 2nd place, and I'm guessing Pilo is still in 1st place. But I don't know. He might have lost his 1st place spot. Nope. Still in 1st place. 1st for Pilo, 2nd for Conrad, and Sean in 3rd. So, thank you so much. Let's see here. Bounce back here. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. How many hours did you need before the end of the month? It wasn't crazy. I was only off by a small percentage. I think it got there. I'm not too worried about it. If not, it ain't the end of the world. I'll still be here tomorrow morning, especially because tomorrow morning's video is already made. Let's see. You should rename your channel. Who will leave the most meaningful comment? That would definitely be interesting. Meaningful comment. I bet you a lot of people would leave good comments then. That was fun. Just trying to be a voice of experience. And oh yeah, and that's how I took it. People think that stuff can go up in a straight line forever. It doesn't. But I think it's inevitable they're going to keep printing money in paper money forever. So this is for first place. I didn't know if someone would pass because the people that started out as number one did not end as number one. So with that being said, gonna wrap up here. I thank everybody for watching. Be sure to check out some of my other great videos here. I've already loaded up tomorrow morning's video. Really appreciate your videos. They have become a part of my daily routine. That is so awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I can't thank you enough for that. 100% video was platinum. Thank you so much. Yeah, platinum definitely number one. Is that how you wanted me to say it? Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching, commenting. We had a lot of people. It was a fun night. It really was. I enjoyed it. I may have to go back to start streaming more often. Like I said, I don't do it as much anymore. But I may start getting back into streaming. I know a lot of people like the live streams where they kind of talk about stuff. Who knows? Good night. Everybody have a great night. Pilo, you have a great night too, buddy. You did make it to the end. I wondered if you were still number one. I said he's got to be here. He's just not chatting. Although there was a couple people that caught up to you, so technically number 1, 2, and 3 were actually tied in point wise. But you still ended with the number one crown, so congrats on that. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap up here. I thank you all for watching. I will see you guys again tomorrow morning with another great video. I'm going to try to get a couple shorts up. I'll get a video up this week showing the prizes if we can get to 100 members. And I will see you guys again on Tsquare Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great night, and see y'all tomorrow.